And there's no more rain because I'm all out. How y'all doing? We got some sad news. Angie Stone has been taken away today. It happened 4 o'clock this morning. She was leaving from performing. That's what she do. From Montgomery, Alabama to Atlanta, Georgia. And on the highway, that's when they got her. Now, everybody is talking, and I feel, and a lot of people feel that she was taken away from us. She was full of life, and this ain't the first time they tried to take her out. If you guys did not know, they put contaminated needles inside her, and she was about to leave this earth before. And she even revealed, she said, this is a spiritual attack. And I believe it was from Hollywood elites because recently she was coming out and she was speaking against these big companies, these big Hollywood and music industry, doing witchcraft, taking her money, and just doing a lot of corporate corrupt stuff. And she was airing them out, baby. And she was about to do her big lawsuit this year. She was about to do her big one. And tell me this, 9 people. Hold on. Do y'all hear me? Press 3 if you guys can hear me good. Because you know, sometimes I'll be talking and I hate to continue to talking if you guys don't hear me. So if you guys hear me, please press that 3. Make sure we all on the same accord. Okay. Can y'all hear me good? All right, y'all can hear me. So yes, I have the link up here if you guys want to come up here and talk because we need to talk about this. This is a community situation. But let me tell you, she was in a truck. 9 people was in that van. Tell me why was she was the only one that passed away? Huh? Huh? 9 people. She was the only one that died. Come on now. Come on now. My goodness. So they've been trying to get her out. And I have a video, and I'm going to play on this live where she even confesses that, you know, this is a spiritual warfare. They've been trying to take her out. She has a testimony about this. She got a testimony about the witchcraft and the wickedness of the Hollywood and the elites that they try to take her out of here and silence her. Okay? Baby. So you guys know I have my notes here. I'm going to read through it all, and we're going to talk about this because this needs to be talked about because she ain't the only one that's going to be taken out of here this year. It's going to be a whole bunch of them. They are getting ready for the new world order. And people that's talking, people that know too much, they're going to find a way to get them out of here, but they always make it seem like it's an accident, you know? So we need to talk about this. And I want to know, do you guys press 1 if you feel like she done passed away from just a accident, coincidence, accident. Press 5 if you feel like it's more to the story. All right, I want to know how y'all feel about this. I'm going to look here. Yeah. Yep. See, y'all seeing it. Y'all seeing it. So let's look here at these notes. Angie Stone, tragic passing, industry secrets, legal battles, and more conspiracies uncovered. Angie Stone tragically passed away in a devastating car accident that involved a vehicle flipping 3 times before it hit by an 18-wheeler. What? Oh my God. Flipping 3 times? And see, you got to watch those numbers. What does 3 mean? See, to me, that flipping 3 times, that is spiritual. That is spiritual. I don't know what 3 means in the spiritual realm. And it flipped 3 times. And it only took one person, Angie Stone. And you telling me this don't got nothing to do with witchcraft or something like that? Come on. All 9 of them people should have been taken out of here. But everybody's fine except for Angie Stone, and she got taken out. And Angie Stone been the only one in that van that's been speaking out about Hollywood elites. Angie Stone was the only one in that van that was speaking out about their witchcraft and all that. And like I said, this is not the first time they tried to take her out of here. They were sticking and contaminated needles inside her. She didn't do it herself. They've been doing it. Okay? So, woo, my good. And I want to know this. Driving Okay, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. That's when it happened. They said between, I guess, four, right before 7 a.m., 4, 5, 6, 7, somewhere in that area. You got hit by a car, then it flipped 3 times, and then you got hit by an 18-wheeler, or did you just get hit by an 18-wheeler? I'm not sure which one of those, but she got hit by an 18-wheeler. Then we were talking yesterday. Did you guys know they got these 18-wheelers driving themselves? No human be in the front seat of these 18-wheelers. So I don't know if they programming this and they knew she was leaving Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, to go to Georgia. They already knew she was on the road. They tracking her. They got eyes and ears and all of these vehicles that she's in. And I know she's in a smart van. Okay, come on now. Mm. Ooh-wee. Her daughter, Diamond Stone, confirmed the heartbreaking news on Facebook, leaving fans in the music community in shock. Now, you know she got 2 kids. And she got a child by D'Angelo. Yeah, want some of that brown sugar? I want some of that brown sugar. And you know what? Y'all should be ashamed because y'all gave her hell being with D'Angelo. She said y'all made her feel like she was unworthy because he was so fine. Y'all gave her a lot. Why are y'all like that to each other? She is deserving of being with a good man or a good looking man if she chooses to. Hell, y'all need to stop that. Whew. Okay, Angie had been vocal about the industry and corruption, witchcraft. What? And I've been telling y'all about that. Okay, do y'all believe that they really be doing witchcraft? Do you think witchcraft is real, or do you think it's just fake and it's just some stuff we making up? Press 1 if you feel like it's real. Press 7 if you feel like it's fairy tale. People just making up stuff, trying to give people a bad reputation. Okay. uh and spiritual attacks. So Angie, and I think I got the video where she talks about the spiritual attacks. This is not just physical, but this is spiritual as well. You know what I'm saying? So she's been recently exposing Universal Music Group for allegedly stealing her royalties and publishing, revealing financial exploitation. See, these groups are just like Diddy. And this is where all these Jay-Z's, this is where they get this corruption from, the pimp prostitute mentality in the music industry. They are stealing from our Black artists. And they've been stealing from our Black artists for I don't know how long, okay? And she is expressing it and she want her rights. And she have every right to fight for justice. Okay, this is America. Don't you supposed to fight for justice, or just some stuff y'all just put out here? Okay. Mm-mm-mm. And the music industry, they're not liking this because if she win this case, it's going to open up so many other artists that's been stolen from. They're going to start speaking out. They're going to start, putting people out here just like they doing Diddy. And these music industries, they don't want to be done like Diddy. So they are going to take people out of here left and right. She got in a car accident early this morning, and only her passed away, and the other 8 people lived, and they fine. But it was just her. Y'all been trying to get rid of her. She claimed her earnings from decades of music success has been absorbed by major labels, leaving her struggling. Damn, despite her legendary status. Ain't that sad? Ain't that sad? All the stuff that she has done for this community. And this sister is out here struggling. And you know what else is more sick about it? That you have all these Black million or billionaires in this music industry. They are seeing this Black girl screaming for help, and they do nothing. They don't do nothing. They on Instagram showing off all they hoes. Neo, Neo. Can't you help the sister out? They on here arguing back and forth with their baby mamas. Rick Ross, can't you help this sister out? Don't the Black King supposed to support and protect these Black women out here? She's out here fighting by herself. And these kings are doing, oh my God, where is the help? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love we missing? Where the love at? Because it's sad that she had to fight these big monsters by herself when she have her own Black brothers and sisters that's in this industry that's making a killing that can help. But they choose not to look the other way and do some other demonic stuff. They are part of the problem too. So her final months included a severe health scare where she suffered a mystery, mystery, witchcraft, blood infection from a needle injection. Remember the contaminated needle I told y'all about? Somebody was poking her with a contaminated needle before, and they were trying to poison her to take her out of here. This is not the first attempt. And she describes it. She even let y'all know. She said that was a spiritual attack. You know what I'm saying? She knows Satan is coming for her. Industry figures like Bruno Mars and Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, he got a lot of money. He's very powerful. He's a Black man. Do you think he's going to protect this Black sister? Do you think he's going to speak out and try to help this Black sister? Hell no. But what about the community? What about the community? A bunch of bull crap. But anyway, Dr. Dre profited heavily from her music sampling, yet she struggled to receive her rightful compensation. Okay, shit, these Black candy, they just want to be the white elite. That's all they. That's it. They just want to have the same power, the same influence, the same ability to steal from other Black people like the white elite does. They just want to take in their seat. That's why they don't have no problem from stealing and doing their own people wrong and want to get away from it, get away with it. And they only scream about the race stuff when they're going against the white elite and they feel like they can't win. Then they're going to sucker you in their bull crap and you fall for it, leak seeker. Y'all up here defending Diddy and Jay-Z, okay? They don't care about y'all. But anyway, the car accident occurred shortly after she threatened legal action. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Sparking conspiracy theories about whether foul play was involved. Yes, you know it was. You know it was not her time to go. She had hinted at knowing who was behind the theft of her music rights. So she knew. She said she know who it is. And I wish she would have dropped that name. I wish she would have dropped it and made it hot. But she didn't never reveal that I know of. But she said I knew who was behind. She was getting close and close to the truth. And they said, stating that she was ready to fight for justice and she was about to get ready for those lawsuits. She was collecting a lot of lawyers and attorneys, and hopefully she should have went with Tony Busby, and maybe Tony Busby was looking. I don't know, but she was in talks with lawyers and attorneys to fight against the music industry. Okay. The entertainment industry history of financial abuse and exploitation Black artists, and they're talking about like Michael Jackson, Prince. They all have been done wrong by these big music companies that's out here pimping our people out and pushing them to do all this music about horrorism because they want to push that agenda in the Black culture. They want to push all that violence in the Black culture. And if you don't rap or say what they want you to say, they're going to get you on out of here. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because her music was inspiring to the Black community. We needed more uplifting music and more love music in our community, especially more than ever. But these big music industry, they put a ban on it. They don't block it. You gotta talk about Pound Town. We going to Pound Town. They want to pervert everything, honey. I'm over here. Look, I got a oatmeal cream pie. I can't even eat it right because the label say cream pie. Y'all have perverted everything, and cream pies was here before y'all perverted that goddamn name. Okay, can't even eat my oatmeal cream pie in peace. Oh my God. The music world is mourning. Yes, they are, as we confirm the tragic passing of R&B soul legend Angie Stone. The heartbreaking news came directly from her daughter, Diamond Stone, and she says, "My mommy is gone." You know that's sad. My mommy is gone. And to have to post that on the internet that your mom is gone, especially when she has fought against death before, and you think, okay, the worst has overcome. Jesus has saved her. We're on the right track. She would have never thought that they're going to get her in a car accident. Reports indicate that Angie Stone was involved in a horrible car accident that saw her vehicle flip 3 times before being struck by the 18. See, that's the shit. This report says flip 3 times before being struck by an 18-wheeler. Ain't that some shit? So they wanted to make sure she was gone. You got a car, the car got struck, right? The van that she was in, it flipped 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then they say a big 18-wheeler struck it again. Okay. And I can't believe it. That's what I'm saying. Am I reading this right? Okay. The details are still unfolding, but fans and industry are questioning whether this was a simple tragic accident. Ain't nothing simple in this world. In this time we living in, everything is deep. Use your mind, okay? And do y'all want to see the video footage of the truck? Press 7 if you want to see the video footage of the truck. I got that video footage of the truck. Now, I don't know if it got to be later because it's in the daytime. And we know this accident happened like early in the morning before 7 a.m., but I'm not sure. But I will show you this before I play the video. Because remember, we got 2 videos to play. She tells her testimony about Hollywood doing witchcraft. She talks about how the enemy spiritual is attacking her, and her last video she made before she left this earth. And I feel like she knew something was about to pop. She knew something was going to happen. So let me put this up here so you guys can see here. Add to the stage. All right, let me add this. Give me 1 second. Rearrange. Make sure y'all get these likes up. Are y'all liking this video? We need to get this channel in the algorithm because we are one of the realest channels on this YouTube space. And we need our people to support us and uplift us because we allow people, real people, to have real voices over here. So please like this video and subscribe here at this messy sweet spot. All right, so hold on. Let me go here. Here come these. My goodness. Look at this. Let me blow it up. You see it? This the truck. Here go. Here, you see? That is the car. And this was early this morning. Now, I'm assuming this was after they cleared everything up. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this was after they cleaned everything up because I don't know when this take place, but this is the truck. Okay? I don't know when this took place, but this is the truck. All right, so let me move here. And I see somebody down here. We're going to get to you. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing? Rhonda.
Hey.
How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. You
Good.
have something to say? Because I still got some more reports, but I wanted to get you in here.
No, I'm just in shock. That's all.
Yeah, I'm in shock too, and I want to ask you something. Do you feel that this was just a pure accident that just happened, or you think that the powers that play are taking people out of here that are speaking
Yeah,
out?
the powers of play are doing their thing.
Yeah, and this is the second time they tried to take her out.
Yeah.
Why was they sticking her with contaminated needles? Tell me that when she almost passed away before. Why?
Yes, I agree. I
All right.
agree.
I'm gonna put you back down. Come back and get you. All right. So I want to go here. December 2024, a live stream, she revealed that the Universal Music Group and other industry insiders have been withholding money she owed for decades. And I told you guys that. So people want to know, was this a target attack? Press 10 if you feel like this was a target attack on Angie Stone. Press 20 if you feel like it was not. I feel like it was a target attack. These music industries, Hollywood is shaking in their boots. Hollywood don't know what way they're going. All of Hollywood, Oprah, all of them, they are paranoid. They feel like they have to do the most craziest things to get people to stop talking. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood never in a million years would think that the people voice matter. That's why they keep on pushing whatever they want to push, and people constantly tell them no, 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 and they still do what they want to do. But they realize now the people voice is more powerful than any Hollywood star. All these celebrities that might do something, that shit don't matter. We see you for who you are. We don't care about that no more. It is a new day and a new age, and I feel like Hollywood, they are getting more vicious. They are about to show you who they really are. They're about to take the mask off and reveal the demon side, because they always try to act nice and friendly. Hell no, honey. They about to get to working. Do you hear what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. So let's go here because I still got some more. Um, Angie Stone final testimony. Did you know she had a final testimony? And that's why I said she much knew she was about to leave if she got a testimony. Angie Stone had been preparing for a show with Music Soul Child and Marsha Ambrosia before she was forced to cancel due to a medical emergency. Now, this tells a story about when they were sticking her, trying to take her out of here by sticking her with those needles. Days before her show, she was rushed to the ICU after developing a bacteria blood infection caused by a contaminated needle. What nurse got paid to stick her with a contaminated needle? We know she ain't stuck herself with a contaminated needle. And she even says this is a spiritual attack. They are trying to take me out of here. She collapsed while trying to use the restroom with other oxygen levels dropping dangerously. They thought that needle was going to be it, but she survived. And how did she survive? Because that contaminated needle, that was supposed to be the end all be all. But God stepped in. You got to give God all the glory and all the praise. God stepped in and saved her life. So they said, okay, this time we got to make sure we're going to have her gone by like this. So I feel they got that 18 big old wheeler. They probably did some witchcraft to make it where all those 8 people are still alive, but they're going to get Angie Stone. How is it? All those people are still alive in that van, but Angie Stone. All right. So she collapsed. Angie vividly recalled calling out to Jesus. She's a Christian. And if you notice, and I didn't know this until yesterday, I had no idea. They're telling me they are coming after Christians. Did you hear that? Do you believe that? My friend relative said that all around the world they are taking out Christians. They are picking. I said, no, I ain't never heard that. I don't see it on the news. I said, nobody messing with no Christian. I don't know. Press 15 if you have heard that they are coming for Christians. Press 20 if you've never heard no stuff like that. You think it's ridiculous. I've never heard it till yesterday. And then come to find out she's a Christian too. And they took her off. I don't know. After 2 weeks of intensive care, she recovered through, she felt abandoned by a lot of the close people in Hollywood. See, them people in Hollywood, they fake and phony. They ain't friend no one. She says that she recovered. She was in the hospital for 2 weeks. But did you know, ain't nobody in Hollywood come and see her? All those black people in Hollywood making all that money, using her music as samples, but they don't have the time to come and see her. Shit, it's not going to take no money out their account to come and see her. But see how they are? See how they are? She revealed, see, when you have no value, they treat you like trash. You know what I'm saying? They treat you like trash. She revealed that Universal Music has allegedly withheld her royalties. And I told y'all that many of her songs was not properly registered, which contribute to the loss of her earnings over the years. Now, who is in control of making sure her songs was properly registered? They be lying to her saying, yeah, we got everything covered. You don't have to worry about anything. Y'all better start looking over your paperwork for yourself. I don't give a damn if it's your manager. I don't care if it's your pastor. I don't care if it's your kids. You're going to have to look over that paperwork and do your research by yourself, because she had no idea about this. Because why? She trusted people. She trusted those who are around her to do her paper right. Come to find out, a lot of her paperwork was not registered properly. And that contributed to a loss of a lot of her earnings. Despite these betrayals, she was determined to fight for her rightful earnings. And that's what they did not like. They wanted her to just be quiet and just go away. Calling upon Diesel Crew, did not tell y'all, she was calling upon legal and industry professionals to help her fight. People like Tony Busby and other lawyers and attorneys that have wins and that are not afraid from Hollywood elite. Because when you just get a lawyer or attorney to represent you, you know what they do? The Hollywood elite, they'll call that attorney, that lawyer, man, we'll pay you double. We'll pay you triple if you throw away the case. It got to be between me and you. And you know, a lot of these lawyers, they don't have any ethics. They're not righteous. They don't have any morals. They're just going to go with the money. So they're going to take the money, and you're going to think that these lawyers are really going to help you, and they're going to set you up for failure. And that's why it's important to have lawyers that have a reputation against going against Hollywood, because they want to see Hollywood gone, because they know Hollywood is wicked and they do a lot of wrong things. And they not the Hollywood people, they know who they can talk to and who they can't talk to. They know that they cannot go to a Tony Busby and offer him $5 million to throw the case away. No, because Tony Busby gonna take that and get more money, because at this point you extorting him now. You know what I'm saying? So she was really looking into the right people to fight for her. And it's important for you to get the right people, not just anybody, but the right people. She vowed to return stronger than ever. She had a fight in her, with plans for new music. Come on now. And a movie project, collaborations, including a major project with Montel Jordan. What? Montel Jordan, do y'all know that? What is it? It's Friday. Ready to swing. No, that ain't. What is Montel Jordan's song, y'all? I was just singing it the other day. What is this song? What is Montel Jordan's song? Ooh, I was just singing. And I used to always say that. They used to overplay that song back in the day. What is Montel Jordan? Do y'all know it? Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up. Do y'all know the song I'm trying to think about? Okay, well, let's keep on going. Y'all gonna tell me that song, I'm gonna sing it. This is how we do it. Hey. This is how we do it. Sha la 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 la. Hey, this is how we do it. Come on. It's Friday night and I'm feeling right. The party here on the west side. So I hit in the night and my turn up. Got with the in the cheese in my truck. And you're sitting hanging. And it's all been good in my life tonight. Okay, you know. Yeah, that was it. This is how we do it. They used to overplay that shit on the radio. Ooh. But anyway, good days, right? The good days. Okay. So Angie, final words to fans. The legendary R&B neo soul singer revealed that she had nearly lost her life after being rushed to the hospital, which I told you before. But she says, I knew it was an attack. I knew it was a spiritual attack on me. These are her words. She says, struggling to hold back tears, but God had other plans for me. During her time in the ICU, doctors feared the infection could have permanently damaged her heart and lungs, but miracle, but God, oh, God, won't He do it? The doctor said that she's going to have damaged heart and lungs. This woman was just singing not too long ago. She just had a performance not too long ago. Okay? Because she called on Jesus. It's the name. It's that name. It's that name. Okay? And Hollywood do not like that name. Okay? Mm-mm. So it says, however, Angie, she did recover. Angie also revealed a painful truth when she needed them the most. And she was really, really hurt, y'all. Black Hollywood, y'all should be ashamed of yourself because y'all do not stand up for everybody, or that's y'all. But y'all want to come up here in the real world and you want to seem like we, the common people, don't lift you up enough, don't support you enough, but you don't even support people like Angie Stone that is fighting for her life, fighting for her life. They was writing her off. And y'all didn't come see this woman after all she have contributed to the black culture, to the black Hollywood, to the black industry. She said that really, really hurted her. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, 40 years in the business. I stepped back and I wondered, this is her talking. Where is my money? Okay. This is the words of Angie. Where is my royalties? She asks. She explained that upon further investigation, she learned that much of her catalog had not been properly registered. This neglect, whether intentionally or not, I don't understand how that's a mistake. This is business. How you mistake and not properly register her information? That don't make sense to me. It says resulted in her missing out on millions of her earnings. Damn, millions, millions, millions of her rightfully earnings been taken away because she trusted somebody to file and register her paperwork properly and they did not. I should have been able to retire 20 years ago. So she didn't even really want to work no more. I mean, she's 63 years old, struggling. You know, she got kids to put the light bill on. She said she should have been retired 20 years ago, she stated. But I have people managing me who took care of themselves. And I bet you they're the same color she was too. Ain't no friends in this game. This is a cold, cold world. Angie Stone made it clear she wasn't backing down. She was assembling a crew of legal and industry professionals to fight for what was hers, you know, because they took money from her and they pocketed a lot of that money. University music, y'all gonna have to give up my coins. All right. She said that out of her mouth. She said, Universal Music, y'all gonna have to run her bag. Y'all are playing on her top. It's been too long. A renewed purpose. Angie's comeback plans. So this is her plan to come back, okay? Before she left. She had a lot of fight in her. She had a lot of plans, and they knew it, and they wanted to take her off the board. Despite the setback, Angie was more determined than ever to reclaim her legacy. She had renewed sense of purpose and passion, vowing to renew to the studio with vengeance. The next album, y'all ain't ready for it, okay? I'm going back to the Angie from Black Diamond, okay, and Mahogany Soul, because that was the one that told it like it was, she said. That was her next album she was going to do. If you guys know her, the Black Diamond and the Mahogany Soul, that type of era, she was coming back like that. She also hinted at a major upcoming collaboration, including a project with Montel Jordan and a fam that she's been placed on hold due to her illness. All right, so I think I want to play these videos. If you guys have anything to say, feel free to hit that link because we want to hear from you all, okay? This is the People's Channel. It's always been the People Channel where we hear real voices, okay? So hit that link if you guys want to say something. Even if you want to say rest in peace, Angie Stone, and what she meant to you, feel free to hit that link. We know it's a lot of fans out here. It's a lot of family and friends that is mourning right now that knew her personally. So if you want to speak some words, which I'm sure it'll be healing for us and her fans and her family, feel free to do so. Okay, it's much appreciated. Our voices need to be heard because, like this, they can silence all of us, and you know it. So while you guys have the time and ability, hit that link and let your voices be heard. Okay? All right. So just to let you guys know, she passed away at the age of 63. She was 63 in a car accident after leaving a performance in Alabama. Angie was an iconic member of the pioneer hip hop trio, The Sequence, and had a successful solo career with hits like Wish I Didn't Miss You, No More Rain in This Cloud. Ain't that sad? No more rain in this cloud. It just, it does something. It hit different now. When you listen to it, No More Rain in This Cloud, it hit different now. Songs, contribution. She played a crucial role in shaping the sound of neo soul, co-writing for artists like D'Angelo, Maxwell, and others. Influence on neo soul, Angie Stone was a foundational artist in the neo soul movement alongside Jill Scott, Erica Badu, and D'Angelo, paving the way for countless artists. All right, let me put this video up here so y'all can see, because I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see these last videos she has up here. Let me add this. All right, so you guys see it. All right, I'm going to add this. Listen to this.
They try to stop that. Yeah, put the stuff out there. First they had me dead, then they had me alive again, then they had me with this, then they had me with that. But y'all make up your mind what you want me to be, what you want me to do. I want to shout out all the people in Detroit. I had a show that was supposed to be with Music Soul Child, Marsha Ambrosia. Shout out to Raheem Devon for standing in for me. I had something happen that caused me not to be there, but God just needed to sit me down so I could focus on me. So before I go into just, what I experienced, what I went through, I want to let you guys know I almost didn't make it through this process because it was something that just kind of hit me. It was a couple days, a day or so before I was scheduled to fly out to Detroit. And I was very excited. All the tickets were bought, the hotels were paid for, the band was ready to go. And then I got hit with this crazy news, and it kind of threw me for a loop. So I figured I better share it with you all and you can pass it on, because just because we're in the industry, though, doesn't mean we're not human. things happen all the time. And unfortunately, when this happened, I just wasn't prepared for it. But anyway, it caused me to miss that show that I was super, super excited about. Go ahead and get somebody come back to the live. Like I said, I don't want to have to say it again. I haven't even told my team that I was going on today. I just threw up my light and just put on a little something just so I could get with you guys. All right, we got some people in the room now. I'm gonna wait for about 10 or 15 more people to get on, and then I'll share a couple of things with you that are going to be shocking. Uh, but anyway, nonetheless, I just want to say hi to all the people that are joining my live. Let me just see who you are. Let me see. Lady Hayes, hey there. Freeway, Rick, um, Elegant. Oh, that went too fast. I'm sorry. Hey, Lynn, uh, Miss Tiff, Quantum Guru. Merry Christmas to all of you. Jay Rossi, Denise Pretty. Um, oh, you are beautiful as well. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning from Texas. I love you guys. Thank you for, coming on my live. Like I said, y'all are in for a bit of a treat. Maybe for some people, they might be happy that it happened to me because everybody don't wish good things for you. Some people wish bad things for you. And I continue to pray for them. Somebody's calling my line, but I can't answer a call because I'm on the live right now. But I will say this. It has been one heck of a ride. This last month, the enemy was trying to take me out. He was really trying to take me out. And come on, wait till we get those 50, 60. We had 51. Let me see, can I get 70 to 100 people in the room right now before I reveal some very, very interesting information. And it is like a double-edged sword because I'm going to tell you one thing, and then I'm going to get to the worst thing that could possibly happen to any artist after 45 to 50 years in the business. The worst thing that could happen. Um, it has, of course, happened to me, and I'm constantly in prayer for God to forgive the people that have wished me ill will or, done anything to remotely get in the way of the gift of sharing with my fans. Okay. We're at 45. Let me get 50. Let me get 60. And I'm going to give y'all 5 more minutes to get some more people on this live. The devil is a liar. You're right. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, by the way, the Christmas song, All I'm Missing, is #1 in several countries. We put it out on the 15th of November, on the 14th of November. The devil tried to stop that. It was snatched down, then it was put back up. He tried to, of course, blame it on me, but it wasn't my fault. However, the song prevailed after everybody bailed. The song went all the way to #1 and is steadily climbing the chart. So if you guys have never heard All I'm Missing, you can go on all platforms. Apple Music made it last week. Their front page was my big old face on there. I featured Juanita Wynn and Jay Brown, who did an amazing job on helping me get through a trying time. Juanita Wynn started, she stayed on me about let's do a song, let's do a song. She's one of my best writing partners, and she convinced me to jump on this song. And she started it out, and I got in the loop. And Wynn did my verse, she did her verse. Jay Brown hummed and mummed over it, and lo and behold, it is a standard, and it's a #1 song that I think you guys will be playing every year. Okay, so if you're ready for us to go live and to get this bit of information, no, I didn't make it a secret reveal. I should have, but I will have my team post it as a reveal because it is a secret that I'm revealing. But the latter part of the conversation is really, really crazy. Anyway, are you guys ready? All right, 45. I need 5, 7. Let me see. I need 50 people in the room before I even begin to talk about it. So I'm not going to talk about it until I can get, because I'm going to need each and every one of you guys after I reveal this to share this. I'm going to go ahead and send it over to my YouTube page after this, as well as my TikTok page. Anyway, what happened 2 days before my show? Whew. But God, I'm trying to keep from crying because the devil was very, very, very particular in targeting me. But anyway, I was rushed to the hospital because I wasn't breathing so well. Came to find out I had what was a bacterial blood infection that I had gotten when they stuck me with the needle. It had went into my bloodstream and caused a staph infection of the blood. Now, I didn't have a clue that there was a blood infection until they rushed me into ICU. I went into ICU and I went to use the restroom and I passed out in the restroom. My oxygen went all the way down and rendered me basically unconscious. When I came back to, the nurses began to tell me that I was screaming for Jesus because when I went down, I'm sorry, I didn't know that, I didn't know what was happening. All I know is it was all of a sudden. And I began to praise God and call on his name because I knew biblically that if I was transitioning, I needed to be calling on Jesus. And I need to be calling him by his name. So I began to scream his name. When they brought me to is when they told me I was lucky to be alive because I was on the floor. And I knew it was an attack. I knew it was a spiritual attack. However, I was treated and God healed me. He cleared up. After 2 weeks, solid, they cleared up the blood infection. I'm just here to let you know the only reason I hadn't been on my live and to just getting with y'all on this because I had to get postured with God one-on-one. Sometimes God will make you stand still when you're doing the most you can for everyone. He will stand you still so that your complete focus can be on him. God he knew that I was about to come into some things. And as I began to come back to myself completely, I remembered everything that I was working on. I remember the people that were in my immediate circle that were supposed to be there to help me. By the time it was all said and done, the Christmas song had been snatched down. For what reason? I wasn't in a position to really fight that. I had to fight to live. So I couldn't worry about that because I knew that it would take care of itself. But not without the devil trying to blame me for the mishap. Lo and behold, I won't call any names, but people quit on me because they thought it was me. Like I said, I can't call any names because I'm not that vicious. I don't want to hurt anybody. And I really don't want it to be their downfall. But I will tell you, people left me in that dark, dark moment when I really needed support. My kids were there for me. My true friends were there for me because they knew this is serious. They thought that blood infection would have damaged my heart. So I went into a lot of testing to make sure there was not heart scarring. Lo and behold, all of that came out fine. I was not scarred by the heart, thank God. But the staph infection was supposed to scar the heart and the lungs, and it cleared up, thank God. So I just wanted to be transparent with you all because I don't always have it all the way together. But I'm a hard worker. You know, I play hardball, but I love twice as hard. And because I do love my fans, and especially shout out to Raheem Devon, got on the stage in Detroit that night in my place, and he had the entire audience say, "Get well soon." He called me, "Sis, what's going on?" And when he found out, he said, "I got you." So I owe you one, bro. I owe you one. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, was as I was coming through all of this, I soon found out that one of the biggest companies that I was with, Universal Music, it's the second part of the ugly truth. We began to research things uh, to check on my royalties and my statements and things that of that nature, only to find out a lot, excuse me, guys, a lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen. As I begin to find out things that I never had to look into, because when you hire a team of people that to some degree supposed to have your back, you're thinking that they're getting it all together for you. You know, that's why, you know, I respect Oprah Winfrey in that respect when she said, do your own research. Just Stone, the celebrity, that I let a lot of important things slip through the cracks only because I didn't know any better. I worked very hard to take care of my kids as a single mother, and I'm being transparent. My kids' fathers just were not doing what they're supposed to do. So I had to step up and go in and do everything that I needed to do for my family, which is why I worked so hard, which is why I traveled so much, which is why I did shows, because at the end of the day, after 40 something years in the business, I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company. And even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs. All the songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered by the companies that I signed over to. People that were supposed to do their due diligence. So I'm truly a walking testimony that God has carried me all this time. Because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made, supposedly. But there are key people that have been driving the ships. And what they've been doing is improperly representing me, improperly stealing from me, taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part. See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know everything. What I learned how to do was go out, work hard, get paid, come home, pay my bills, take care of my family. That part. The legal side, when you hire attorneys and managers and agents, they're supposed to make sure the gray area over there that they're in the driver's seat for, they're supposed to make sure you're taken care of. And even though they were taking care of themselves, they thought very little of take care of me. And I know because I've seen it with my own eyes. So I'm just here to let you know, one way or the other, Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're going to have to give me my money. I mean, when you sit back and think Bruno Mars, Dr. Dre, when you think about all these people that have sampled music, if they're filthy rich on it, what's our problem? Or my problem? Oh, yeah. So you got to get a diesel crew, and I call them a diesel crew, to go in and rectify the issue, because evidently all the time that I've been working through things, they didn't get. Oh, tell them on my live, please. Okay. Give it to me. Give me your phone. I'm sorry. So just to be clear, I can't say it over live. Give me your phone. I just want everybody, come on, Johnny, I got I'm on the live. My granddaughter trying to help me, and she's slow as Christmas. Your thing went off. Anyway, go get from Shayna. Yeah. So with that being said, shout out to Van Silk. I know you didn't know this was coming, but I had to be transparent. I would try to take as many questions as I can. Let me see. Universal Music. Call me. Keith join. Kathy Smith smiles. Yes, sis, get your diesel crew and go tear that. Okay. Yes, I plan on doing that. The music industry is horrible when they tell you that, it's not a straight line. I've been one to kind of play fair. I stay out of harm's way. I can't avoid trouble always, because I'll tell you this, no matter who we hook up with and how we hook up, they're always going to make it confrontational when it doesn't suit their liking. But I don't care about that. I got to pass all of that. But everybody that works hard for 50 years should be able to retire in peace, should be able to sit back without looking for your money. So I got a team of people, a diesel crew, that's really trying to help me navigate things. And if I never get it, at least you heard it from me, because I don't know what they might do to keep from paying me all the money they owe me. Okay? All the money they owe me is ridiculous that someone has played with my life and my career for this long, for their own benefit. I mean, have you no conscience? There's a special place in hell, just like my girl Selena said, for people like that. There's a brick wall waiting out there for hard heads. And I promise you, God said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. So even in this hour, I'm going to pray for you because I know that God said that he will fight my battles if I would just endure to the end. So I'm definitely going to get that. And I don't want nobody to be upset with me. I don't care what they think about me. I just want people to know that when you get in this industry, there are so many twists and turns. And even though you have the Almighty God with you, they still gonna try you. Because just because I believe in God don't mean they believe in God. They don't believe in God. So they think I'm a fool and a bunch of other people because we love hard, we give hard, we go, but it don't mean we stupid. Okay? Well, on that note, look, guys, I'm gonna take a break. I just wanted to share with you guys. If you got any questions, let me see. Are you open to working with new producer? Absolutely. I got a project I'm working on right now, and I'm just in a good way because with having a #1 single. Oh Lord, did I do something? Oh, you flipped it. Okay. With having a new single that's climbing up the charts at #1 territorial wise, I really think I'm back. And now they're gonna make me go in like a turbo boost. I'm a beast. The next album, you ain't gonna be able to handle it because now that I have my capacity to breathe and do everything, I'm going in the studio with a vengeance. And I can surely tell you, we've already got the title of the album worked out, and I'm gonna try to have it done before or by the end of January, if not before. But it's gonna be a beast. I'm gonna, I had to remember how dope I was back in the day when we did Black Diamond, we did Mahogany. So I'm going back to that, Angie, because that was the one that told it like it was. And so now I see I'm postured in a position where I got to tell it like it is. And that's why I'm telling on Universal and all the people that y'all work with me. Y'all know who you are. You've been spotted. You've been seen. Your worth is useless to me now because I've seen the data. That's all I'm going to say. And I hope to God you enjoyed spending every dime you took because you're going to give it back one of these days. All right. On that note, here's wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now, when I get back on here later on today, all I'm doing is allowing you guys to know that the products that I told you we would have for Thanksgiving, we're ready to roll out. So we can actually start sending packages out. I'm going to start bringing some of the merch to my live shows where you can purchase, take a picture with me, that kind of stuff. But now I'm going to go all the way in. All right. So on that note, thank you so much for listening to my testimony and keeping me lifted. I am still here. The devil did not take my life, and God spared me and gave me the extra time I needed to get y'all straight. All right, look for some new horizons for Angie Stone. I'll tell you this one thing. I'm doing some stuff with my brother Montel Jordan that you're going to love. Can't give the secret away right now, but it's coming. There's a lot of things happening. There's a big movie on the table that because of that blood infection now, I know that I can pull it off because God is taking that away from me. So I'm just telling you guys that everything happens for a reason. Sometimes we can't be somewhere because that's God's strategy. Shout out to Jamie Foxx for his new live comedy. Oh my God. And what was it? And what it was, how it was, what had happened was, and that's my story. He and I born a day apart. So just like Jamie Foxx, I'm here to tell you what had happened was. Okay? Shout out to Jamie and his family for just standing in the gap for him. I'm not the only one, and neither is he. Y'all be blessed until the next session. Peace and blessings. Like I said, if I don't answer your questions here, I'll go in the backlog and I'll respond. I'll try to reply in the next hour. Who's this? Miss Tiffs Unlimited LLC. I love you so much. Okay.
I just want to pause it right there. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? What she just said? She mentions Jamie Foxx. And if you guys know what happened to Jamie Foxx, allegedly the elite was trying to get him out of here for knowing too much, connected with the Diddy. And she referenced herself comparing to Jamie Foxx. And also she said, she put the people on blast. They see it as a threat. So they definitely had to take her out of here. And she said, I don't know what these people would do because they've been stealing millions of dollars from her. And now she's caught on, and now she's coming for vengeance. And if you know how I know, they would take your life out of here for $1,000, for $15,000, let alone $1 million. If they eating off you $1 million, and she said they are savage, so I think she dropped a lot of clues what was their intentions with her. Now we do have two individuals here, and I want to hear from everybody. I do have another video that I would love to play for you guys that she's speaking. I believe it's one of her last videos. She is dropping some hints too, but I want to hear the people. So we're going to hear from our guests. Feel free to hit that link up. This is the People's Channel where we hear real people thoughts and opinions. And hit that like, y'all. Come on, get the likes up. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, The Messy Sweet Spot. Now, let me look here who we have up here in this thing. I got to blow it up. Give me a minute. How you guys doing? I have a First Lady and Homebody and Mr. Big Daddy. Mr. Big Daddy, how's it going? Let's start off with you.
I'm doing great. I actually happen to be a minister, a preacher. So one of the things I'm trying to do is help people. And I believe that Angie Stone is helping us with her death. I agree with people that it was a sacrifice. In fact, I believe that Angie Stone is part of the Freemasons as well as the Illuminati. However, that when she did it to give us hope, to take away our fears, specifically our fears of death, for example. I think a lot of people are fearful of death. And so Angie, if you notice, her last name is Stone. And if we think of like a tombstone, it's almost like she's saying there's death to tombstones. That means we don't have to be afraid of the tombstone. We don't have to be afraid of the graveyard. And in fact, we don't have to be afraid of other things like her name. So her last name, Stone, actually means NIG. I'm just going to say it like that because I don't know how YouTube algorithms are. But that's what it means. So if you look it up, if you just look up the word NIG, then you will find that the definition is stone. And then if you read the Bible, you hear about Jesus Christ being the stone that the builders rejected, has become the cornerstone. And so I'm believing that she's pointing us to Jesus Christ. She's pointing us to basically saying that Jesus Christ is the NIG space GER. You know what I mean? He is the key NIG.
Wait. Did you just say Jesus Christ is the NIG space GER? Because I haven't heard Jesus talked about in that manner ever. This is Homebody. Huh?
Hi, Homebody. So Homebody is stepping in because I'm listening, but I'm not understanding.
I'm not
But I want people
understanding.
to speak. But Homebody
I'll
got some
turn the
questions. Go
floor
and
to him. I didn't know what he was talking about when he said Jesus Christ is the NIG space GGER. Can you
yeah, let's
expand?
not say that name or that word.
Right.
Let's just say if you're gonna use that, we know ninja. We know it, ninja.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
say ninja. Yeah. So he's the
Okay.
head ninja. Well, what I'm saying is this. Any title that exists in this world, right? That any name that we've ever heard, that God has to be the reigning title holder. That means in order for it to be defined and for it to exist, God has to be the best example of it, right?
Okay.
Okay, so for example, thing.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Big Daddy. I'm gonna put you on hold real quick, because I want to get other people as well. First Lady, what are your thoughts and your condolences to Angie Stone?
Condolences. Hey everybody, I've been going back and forth with this. Being like I said, I'm a little bit more close and personal to the industry and things of that nature. I understand what Mr. Big Daddy is saying, but it's just it's a weird way of speaking it. But I'm gonna take it this way. As you know, the Scott sisters, Tasha and Tamika, with the residuals thing, and then Angie coming out with talking about the residuals and her situation on some of her lives with Mary J. Blige and all of these, high ranking people. I definitely know it was the S word, and it's just y'all just gotta pay attention because a lot of stuff is connected. A lot of people are in some people are in what do you call the space between knowing and unsure. Like some of the artists are in that, and then some of them are woke. And Angie was definitely one of the woke ones. So I'm just gonna say that. But love and condolences to the family. And I love y'all. Thank y'all very much. Just
All
stay
right,
woke, people.
all
Mhm.
right. Thank you. All right, homebody, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Uh,
Happy weekend to everybody. Happy weekend. That video I was saying in the chat, Gigi,
mhm,
that video reminded me so much of Maya Angelou for some reason. And
mm.
someone in the chat asked, why did that remind you of her? And I said, I think it's like the voice and the poeticness. Because I think Angie Stone, she just has that same flow, and it's just like the way that she talks. And so I just loved you playing that video. And it's interesting because when I saw you come up on live, I was thinking like, what kind of gossip are we gonna get into? Like, what's the next topic for today? But then sometimes it's nice to slow it down and bring it back to wisdom and bring it back to women like Angie that just have passed, and just to hear them again, it's very nice. And so I mean, I'll stay on the panel if you want to, but I do want to get
Well, I got
everyone's.
some questions if you don't mind. What were
Yes,
your thoughts when she connected herself to Jamie Foxx? Do you know what's going on with Jamie Foxx and how they tried to take him out of here?
I know they tried to take him out of here. um so last I heard of Jamie Foxx, I know he had a very serious health scare. Um, I also know that Jamie Foxx was into Scientology heavy, and I don't know enough about
Oh,
that.
you don't know much about it. Well, let me tell you what's going on allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys know Diddy is in the fire and he's in prison or in jail or whatever you want to call it. He know a lot about the elites. Okay. He got him on those videos, and people feel that Diddy might snitch. A lot of people want Diddy to snitch, just like the Epstein list. We want the Diddy list. However, they are saying that Jamie Foxx is deeply connected with Diddy, and he was on those videos. He has recorded a lot of stuff, and they were trying to get him out because he knows a lot. But Jamie Foxx, he's not speaking out. So maybe they got to
Mm.
him and they made sure you're going to keep your mouth closed. If you're going to keep your mouth closed, you get to live.
You can live.
But once you start opening your mouth, running against the system, you know we mean business. You know we will take you out. And Angie Stone, she was speaking out. She was looking at them lawyers because she was about to fight for her rights. And they didn't like all that.
I heard Jamie Foxx's name come up in the Diddy situation.
I
Um,
agree.
I hear Jamie Foxx's name come up the same way I hear Will Smith's name come up. And I mean, their names come up a lot, but there's no evidence at this point. At this point, the federal trial for Diddy is going to happen in May. So I'm saying at this point, we don't know. But the names that keep coming up is Jamie Foxx, Will Smith, um, were some of the original people that were involved in the freak offs. I don't know. I wasn't there. I
Well,
have
Jamie Foxx have told us he was there. He bragged about it on every interview back in the day. It's
Did
video. He
camera
said,
work.
"Oh my God, Diddy parties, they're off the chain. I'm here. I got the recording. I'm recording." You have victims that are speaking out. You have people that was close to Jamie Foxx was talking about, "Yeah, Jamie, let's not forget about you and those men in the basketball. You guys doing X, Y, and Z." So it's multiple victims and people that are speaking out
There's
against.
more.
Yeah.
Hey
Uh,
girl, can I have a say? Hi.
yeah, hold on. Homebody, give me 1 second. I hear something in the background. I don't know if it's coming from Christy or is it coming from Natasha. Let
Yeah,
me.
that's me.
How you doing, Natasha? Hold on. I hear.
All
Do you
right.
have your TV
I'm
on? If you can turn your
yeah.
TV off, because I hear something in the background. All right, homebody, give me 1 second. I'm going to bring you back. Well, I'll keep you just. Christy, how's it going? I wanted to get to you. What are your thoughts about all this, Christy?
Hi, Messy Sweet Spot. Thank you for letting us on your show. I feel really privileged. As an Australian, I have the observer's perspective here. So I've been a bit of a spy on Jamie Foxx for a long time because I used to like him as a celebrity, but then I started seeing little things like who he hooked up with in the past. I mean, some of his exes, and now you think about some of their traumas, and it's starting to link up. Also, the physical thing that he had wrong with him isn't it the same thing that Justin Bieber had wrong with him?
Tell us what that is.
I can't remember the name, but I know it's a form of herpes. I believe like it's something to do with how they paralyzed their face. They both had the same symptoms. Also, Haley, I allegedly believe she had the same issue. So it's contagious, obviously. Anyway, that's just a coincidence. I'm not a doctor, I'm not prescribing, but it's just what I've seen. Also, I remember seeing Jay-Z in a photo of a Freemason. So we know he's related to hanging out with the elites, and that's not allegedly. There is online photos of Jay-Z with the Freemasons get up on, and he's hanging with elites. So I don't know if Diddy is, but I know that at least
I think they both are.
about that, you know. They
Sorry
know
to cut
about
you off,
that.
Christy. Sorry to cut you off, but I think that Jay-Z and Diddy, they want to be that. They want to be
They want to be.
They
Yeah,
want to
and
be
I think it's-
godlike.
in my opinion, it's internalized homophobia too. I'm not homophobia. I mean racism. They don't want to be. They want to be more white, and I'm like, just accept what God gave you. You were given whatever present you were, and that's it. You can't change that part of you. And just because they want to take over. Like, I don't know. It's just the craziness of those two. I can't even get my head around at those two at the moment. But I'm really sad that Angie lost her life because I feel like there's so many sacrifices that women have made as it is in the industry, but just trying to tell the truth. I mean, that's all that they're trying to do is just communicate what the truth is. And some women are scared to come forward because of that. But I'm really impressed that she had so much
Can I
grace
interject
herself
for
to
just a minute? This is Homebody. I think that you're talking about two different things. The situation with Beyonce and Jay-Z is not the same situation with Angie
I didn't
Stone.
say Beyonce. I didn't say Beyonce, doll. I'm talking about Angie Stone and how it's sad that women in. How did you come up with Beyonce? Can I ask? I didn't say anything about her.
You said Beyonce and Jay-Z are trying to assimilate or going along or following like a certain
Sorry,
culture.
I'm sorry to cut you off, honey, but I didn't say anything about Beyonce at all.
This is
I did.
Homebody.
I hear you, girl, but I didn't say Beyonce, I was talking about Jay-Z and Diddy, not Beyonce. So I just want it corrected that I did not say
Okay,
Beyonce.
but none of that has to do with Angie Stone. She passed away years ago. Do you
I
know
know,
that? Did you know
but
that
if
before you called in? Because you said your
yes, and
sorrowful
I've been
path was
doing
the
research,
situation
but
that happened with her.
I'm over the age of 50, honey. I've been watching this for years. TV, you've got to be watching every detail of who they've dated, who they've hung out with. Everything counts. Go back and do the research because that's really where it comes down to. Why did Jamie Foxx really insist on being a cameraman at these parties of Diddy's? Like that was stated, he said it himself on camera that he was there, he was keen. Why was he so keen? What was his drive to get in, you know? And now I think Angie Stone sacrificed, well, her soul was sacrificed for telling the truth. And I'm just grateful that she did it. And that's all I wanted to say. And the other connection was Mary Bleak, Mary J, Just saying. Thank you for letting me on the show. I appreciate your
Anytime,
willingness to have the
anytime,
time.
anytime, Chrissy. Hold on, but I want to say something too. I think some people in a conversation, in a community, is kind of lost a little bit. Well, let me help you guys. So, Angie Stone and a lot of these individuals that have passed away, and a lot of these individuals that is going through a lot of issues, they all have the same enemy, the elite, Hollywood. Okay, that is the enemy. Angie Stone have just confronted them, what, 2 months ago in December, saying that she's getting legal people to come after them, and she is tired. She is tired, and she put them on blast. And she let you guys know this has been a spiritual attack. They tried to take her out before, sticking certain things in her hand. And Angie Stone, she brought up Jamie Foxx, that she compared uh, them trying to take her out of here like Jamie Foxx. And everybody know Jamie Foxx, at one point he was speaking, and then that's when you start to see him missing. We didn't know what was going on with him. It was a lot of freaky shit that was going on with Jamie Foxx. And then he came out with the clone movie. And a lot of times they send a lot of messages through these movies. They send a lot of messages through these commercials. They listening to any and everybody. You wonder why you're talking on the phone about a product. You get off the phone, and then the product pop into your internet, and it's like, I was just thinking about this. They are listening and hearing everything, and it's a lot of things that are connected, and they are taking down a lot of people that are speaking out. So that is why some people feel it is connections, and they're connecting and dot with these powerful individuals that have so much power, that have done so many people wrong, including Angie Stone, and all of a sudden they end up leaving this earth by accident. Where,
Girl, why am I mixing up Angie Stone and Maya Angelou? Girl,
huh?
not I'm mixing them both up. Oh my God. Have mercy.
Say it again for the people in the back,
I said
homebody.
I was mixing up Maya Angelou and Angie Stone. Girl, I had them mixed up because their voices. Oh, that was my fault. I'm sorry, y'all.
Thank you for apologizing.
We're good. Don't worry,
No,
girl.
I'm
Don't worry.
sorry. I got them mixed up. Okay, I apologize to the other panelists. I apologize that I had them mixed up. So let me
That was
let her go
funny.
ahead, girl.
Oh my God, that's so funny. No one, because you said she passed a long time ago. I'm like, and my mom like, she
I know
passed
because I
today.
had them mixed up because when you were playing that audio of her in that video, I was like, oh my gosh, she sounds like Maya. Okay, all right, I'm gonna listen to the
There's
other
so many
panelists. I
rabbit holes.
apologize to
That's
the
it.
other panelists. If you're still there, I can't see if she's there.
Christy, yeah, she's still here. She says everything is fine.
It's
I
good.
also
Don't worry.
want to bring Natasha. Natasha, what is your thoughts about everything?
What can I say? They're all gonna go down. I personally hope so. I personally hope so because what they've done, I know the lady said about what was it, Beyonce? No. She's a queen of the two. She's the queen of Diddy and Jay-Z. And they have done unspeakable things. And it's not only me. We have the proof. Because Diddy and Jay-Z have been so fucking sick, forgive my
Okay,
language.
let's be careful with the language,
Yeah,
Natasha.
sorry. They are so sick at what they've done. No, no, they all have to go down. And Jay-Z has come out in Epstein's list. I swear what they have done, the abuse, the these children supposedly that are missing, and all that since this began. I am from Gibraltar, from the other part of the world. And when this began, and I used to mention here, have you heard about Diddy or JC? Nobody knew nothing until it came out on the news. And everybody is included there, the famous people, or the guests, or the parties. And Diddy was so sick and is sick that he videotaped everything. So they have more than enough evidence. They have more than enough evidence.
Hold on, Natasha, because somebody says this. They says, hold on, where you at? Ty. Ty is gonna say this is a reach. She was killed for exposing the Hollywood elites. So you think the Hollywood elites is just innocent? You don't think they got no bodies? See,
No, 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 no. The elite here. Well, you know what? Even the Pope is with the elites.
yeah, but we
The-
gotta be careful with saying the Pope and them people. You know what I'm saying? There's certain people
I
who
do
choose.
believe in the elites, and
Yeah,
I see people in groups asking to join them, and I'm like, what? You know,
yeah.
no,
But
knowing what's going on,
I want
and you
to
want
ask. Hold on, Natasha. I want to ask you guys this. Do you think that the elites got bodies hidden? Okay. Because Ty,
Most
this
definitely.
individual, feel like the elites, they're innocent. They would never take out anybody that's calling them out. That they won't go to those lengths to take somebody out of here. They worse than the mob. They are worse than the thugs on the corners in the hood. Okay, they are the worst of the worst of the worst. And with this technology,
Hmm.
homebody, they told me yesterday they got 18-wheeler trucks driving by themselves. Did you know that?
Oh my
Did
God.
you
Not
know
the
that?
18-wheeler trucks. So they have the self-driving 18-wheelers.
Yes, yes. They can operate that and hit anybody they want to.
Oh
They
my
know the
God.
cars you're driving. We know, and everybody knows she was leaving Alabama to go to Atlanta. They know, come on now. But you can act naive if you want to. Trey Black, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on?
What's going on? What are your thoughts about
Hey,
everything?
Trey Black.
Well, hey, well, for me, the whole thing is just spooky, and we've heard about things going on with the music industry, and as far as the Illuminati, but it seems like a lot of stuff is not a direct attack. As far as the Illuminati is concerned, is it really
Can
a?
we say
a,
Lumi? Because I don't
a
want them to come over here. Can we just
Oh
call
well,
them
yeah,
Lumi?
yeah.
That's putting
Is
that
it
print.
really, if it's really a Lumi, is it some kind of spiritual thing that goes on with them, or some kind of spiritual practice? Because even in when she got in the accident with her van, is she like out of 8 or 9 people, she the only one that passed?
Mhm. Yeah.
So I'm like,
Well,
is
let
it
me
really
say
true that
something,
people
Trey
get?
Black. Let me say
Uh,
something. You said, is it spiritual? Yes,
yes,
indeed. Angie already told y'all this was a
right,
spiritual attack. Did you not hear her say that?
yeah,
It is
right,
spiritual. She's been attacked before. So I don't
yeah,
understand, Trey. Why would you even say that when you know it is spiritual?
yeah. It's
Is it witchcrafts and witches in Hollywood? They already told y'all, yes, it is. So yeah, they can do a hocus pocus, mix with some AI, mix with a person inside the
Yeah,
van.
I mean,
We
I'll
don't
Yeah,
know
that's
how they coming.
crazy. And then when she mentioned Jamie Foxx, it kind of lets me know that her and Jamie Foxx have talked about something, and she knows something, but she can't say it. Jamie Foxx can't say it. She can't say it either, but she knows something. and here months later, and then she gone.
Yeah.
Her whole thing is just spooky, you know.
And she know the reputation of Jamie Foxx. Everybody felt that Jamie Foxx, he was a clone. They felt that he was. A lot of people still feel like he's been taken out and he's been replaced by someone else. You
Right.
know, I don't know.
I'll add, because every time I hear about the Lottie, I'm not gonna say the whole world, the whole word, the Lottie, or
The
how you
Loomies,
want to,
but I think it's different. The Loomies, I
the
feel, is
Loomies.
different than
Oh,
the
the
Hollywood
Loomies.
elite.
Right.
You got so many
Yeah.
different groups and so many high
Right.
players.
It comes
And
in
then
high places. You know what I wonder? I wonder, like, do they like all like sit around and like do like a voodoo spell or something for it?
because
Or is it just kind of like an unspoken society?
no,
Because
I've
I'm
had
leaning
this.
more
I've
like
had
it's
it
an
happen to me
unspoken
before.
society.
Mm.
I've had it happen to
Well,
me before. Matter of fact, one of my aunts, she was having a church. She found out I was in the gay community, so she didn't like it. So she used to pray like bad stuff. I just found this out in December. That she admitted she was praying against me, and not long after that, her son died. Two weeks later, her son passed. So the stuff that she was wishing on me, it wound up happening to her. So she would just get this crazy to get on your knees or do some kind of worship or whatever to wish some evil on somebody. Yeah, and the stuff backfired. It hit her son like 2 weeks later.
mm,
So it's some
I'm
spiritual
sorry to
wickedness to be
hear
going
that.
on. Yeah,
Now,
That's the thing people don't talk about spirituality either, and witchcraft, that it can backfire too. Like if
right,
it's not done properly, or if it's not done on someone who deserves it, they don't talk about how it can backfire on you and you can be cursed. They don't talk enough about that too.
right,
got it. Well, as far as your question, homebody, about the elites and then the Loomies, are they
Yeah.
all working
Are they
together
all
to
gathering
trans?
around
No,
around a
no, no,
fire?
no, 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 no. They are separate entities. Hell, you got a Loomies fighting against other Loomies. It's just like all these gangs. Are all the gangs, are they coming together to go down on 80th Street? Hell no. You know, you got inside fighting. Hell.
right,
Some of these celebrities possibly know too much or been a part of it and then want to leave and they probably can't. I mean, it's a lot, it's a mixed mumbo jumbo. I don't know. I'm not an insider. So we will always speculate until one of those individuals have experience up in that realm and
right,
express it out. But Angie Stone, she said she know who's behind, but she won't let them. She won't spill it out because she's so nice. And she says, you know, I don't even want to take your joy away from you. But it's, but I wish she would have. You know, she was so nice. She has such a good heart, and it doesn't matter if you're nice; they still gonna f with you. And you just heard her say that on that video. You
right,
know, it's like taking a piece of paper to a gunfight. You know, they if
And
it's
they
benefiting
always
them,
say when they talk about the people in the looming community, like they always say it's people you would never expect. They always say you would never expect this person, so they won't say it, because like if they told you, like, you would be like, what? You know, you would not believe it was that person.
got it.
yeah.
Lady A, can you please come up here and hit the link? Shelly, if you here, can you please hit the link? Storm Radio, if you here, can you please hit the link? Okay. All right. So Natasha, did you have anything else you want to add?
No, I just want to thank you for having me here.
Oh, thank you,
But
Natasha.
I agree with everything you said.
I appreciate you.
Good night,
All right.
Natasha.
Uh, why was Angie targeted? She was targeted because she exposed Hollywood for witchcraft. She exposed Hollywood from spiritually attacking her. She exposed Hollywood for stealing her money, millions of money, lying to her, telling her they're going to work with her, they're going to work with her. And eventually they were just manipulating her. So she went on video 2 months ago and she exposed it. And she was working behind the scenes with lawyers that was going to expose elites, just like they exposing Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And when you go into the elites and you expose them for one thing, guess what? It's a whole list of things that they have been doing wrong that is going to be exposed. And rather for them to go through that line of fire like Diddy is going, they say just we gonna have to get her taken out of here for real. So that is why she was targeted, and she already told you she's been targeted by Satan himself. She said that on the video. She said Jesus. When she screamed the name Jesus, that's the only thing that saved her. Mm-mm-mm. And that's coming from her mouth. Whew. What's next? So hit that link if you guys have something to say or comment about Angie Stone passing away. Make sure you have like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, The Messy Sweet Spot. I do have another video with Angie Stone that I would love to share with you guys, if that's okay with you. All right. So, Lady A, you coming up here? She says she on her way. Now, Lady A, she knows about everything and she can add more to it. She's one of my favorite commentaries, along with Shelly and Storm Radio. They was here yesterday. We had a great time. They're not here today, unfortunately. All right. And anybody else want to speak up, feel free. All right. So SG says she want to see that video. You got to go backwards in this video, but I have another video where she talks more about different things. Okay, so waiting on Lady A to get here. Any other questions you guys have, feel free to put in here. I was playing her song with Prince yesterday, right? Unexpected. She had so much life, homebody. She has so many plans, homebody. She wanted to do so much. She was coming out with a new album. She had fire under her belt. You understand?
You
She
know,
had
I
two
always
kids.
wonder what happens with their music when they pass unexpectedly. Does
You
the
know,
family actually get the
hell no.
royalties?
She already told you, homebody, they've been stealing millions from her, and she
Family
haven't
ain't getting
fought to
nothing.
get it. So do you really think the music industry is going to say, okay, well, she dead now. Let's give her rightful earnings to her kids? Hell no. That's the reason why they wanted her gone, homebody. They can keep the money. And they make more money when she dead. You know that. You know that.
I can't. You
It's
know, the
more
same thing happened.
beneficial when you are gone than you alive. You know that, homebody. And you
You're
don't
worth
ask
more when
me,
you're worth more
is
dead than
they gonna
alive.
really do right after she passed away? They ain't never been doing right. So what makes you think they're gonna do right now? They don't care about her leaving this earth. They don't care. See, y'all be seeing them as like they got some real morals and values. They don't. They don't have none of that. They're monsters.
They did it with I just saw it in the comment. They did it with Biggie. They did it with Michael Jackson. They did it with DMX too.
And guess what,
DMX didn't get
homebody?
all of the money that he was supposed to get from his music, and you know DMX been making music for decades.
Yeah. And guess what, homebody? Did you know Diddy profited off of Biggie death? Did you know Diddy was part
Hell yeah,
of
he did. Did you
Biggie?
know Diddy died around the time his contract was about to expire with Bad
Yeah,
Boy?
Biggie wanted
Around
to
like it
leave.
was within days.
Mhm.
Within days of his contract expiring, Biggie was killed.
Hold on, homebody. Did you know Jay-Z was jealous of Biggie? Did you know that, homebody? Did you know Jay-Z wanted to get Biggie out of
He
here
wanted his
too?
spot.
Yeah, even Nas said that. Even Nas said that. Come on now. And Jay-Z couldn't stand DMX. He couldn't stand him.
You know, it's funny, Gigi, because I was watching those YouTube shorts and I was watching a clip from Mace and Cam's podcast. You know, Mace and Cam got a podcast.
Yeah.
And Mace, I was watching this clip about Mace talking why he got out of the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
And like Mace doesn't talk much now that he's left Diddy and left Bad Boy. Like you don't hear Mace talking too much about Diddy. Like Mace rather fight Diddy. He don't really want to talk much or argue much. Like he rather just get to it with Diddy. But Mace said that he wasn't paid. Mace said like he had to leave Bad Boy with nothing and tried to get signed by other artists. 50 stopped him. Mace ended up making money. Mace said on the podcast he ended up making money with Brandy's mom when Brandy's mom was his manager. And so if you remember back in the day, Mace and Brandy had a song called Sitting on Top of the World. The remix, Mace was
Yeah,
on it.
sitting on top of the world, top of
Sitting
the
on
world,
top of the
top of the
world,
world,
top of the
top of the world.
world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting on
Yep.
top of the world.
And so, but what people don't know is Mace said Brandy's mom was, after he left Bad Boy, Brandy's mom was his manager for 7 or 10 years. And Brandy's mom helped him get his money back up and help him get his like credits and royalties and help him do the paperwork. And so Mace left not knowing what the future would be, leaving Bad Boy. And Mace left after Biggie was killed. And he didn't know what his future would look like, but Mace said that Brandy's mom picked him up, and so he salutes her. And shout out to Brandy's mom, because like she is like the top notch. Brandy will never be broke. Brandy's
You
mom
know
been that
what?
girl.
I'm sorry, homebody, but you talk very highly of Brandy's mom. But you know what? They always say you can tell by the fruit it bears. And that Ray J, her son Ray J, honey, he is a rotten tree bearing a lot of rotten fruit. Whitney Houston, things that he's doing now. I mean, it is a list. That is an individual. That's another Diddy in my eyes. And the parents and Brandy is taking a blind eye, looking the other way, and they will always be loyal to him. So I don't know. I can't give them too much kudos and stuff. But Lady A, you are here. What's your thoughts about everything?
Oh, where to begin?
Angie Stone.
Where to begin?
Hi,
Angie
Lady A. How
Stone.
are you?
Let's a moment, rest in peace to our queen of neo soul. I loved her videos. Finding out that she was D'Angelo's baby mama. Those two together, their children. There's a lot of pain right now, and it's very sad. Gigi, Jag comes from this generation.
Jaguar, you're right.
She comes from this generation. Erica Badu comes from this generation. Bilal comes from this generation. I mentioned the Roots. If there's anyone who can really give us some information, it would be Questlove. But he's not going to. But because he's getting those Jimmy Fallon, NBC Universal checks. Like the Roots is the band to Jimmy Fallon's show, and Jimmy Fallon is not getting canceled anytime soon. So the Roots have a strong, steady check for probably 20 years. Questlove has a great check for a good 20 years. So they're not going to say anything. They're just going to sit quiet and let these things keep happening. I mean, honestly, don't you all kind of find it very interesting that we haven't heard anything from them? Nothing with all the communication from Jaguar. How come we haven't heard anything from the Roots at all? And they have been signed to NBC Universal for since 2013 or 2013, 2014 with Jimmy Fallon's show. And they haven't said anything in regards to Jaguar. And Jaguar's going all over. Pierce Morgan. She's on major platforms. Jaguar has completely crossed over. She's crossed over so much. She put fear in Pierce Morgan and his producers and his network because of the and think about it. If it was that serious, if it wasn't that correct, why would Jigga Man and Beyonce push to have that entire segment pulled off Pierce Morgan? And Pierce Morgan even said so. And remember, this is Jaguar, who was arrested in DeSoto, Texas, arrested in Grand Prairie.
Hold on, Lady A. Hold up.
Around
Jaguar is up here now. I mean,
is that Jaguar? How are you?
You brought her name up. It's right that she defend herself and speak.
Blessings to all. Hello, Jaguar. I actually know where you were staying.
It's a Jaguar for me.
We all know where you were staying, Jaguar. I do. I know where you were staying. Say hi to my folks. I know where you were staying
I'm
exactly.
sorry. What are you talking
Well,
about?
I know you have no idea, Jaguar. I know. I know.
Who
Also,
are
in that,
you?
I know you have no idea who I am. I'm AI, actually. I'm a figment of your imagination. I don't.
Really?
I am. I am
What's
Jaguar.
your name?
See you in Dallas. We all know where you are. We see where you stay. Congratulations. Pierce Morgan is a major platform. It really is. And you have made quite a stir in this industry.
What are you talking about,
And
ma'am?
rest in peace to your mother.
What are you
I
talking
will
about,
go
ma'am?
on mute because we already have this started.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. Who are
Jaguar, hey,
you?
Gigi, I don't want to interrupt. This is Jaguar. And we love this Coca-Cola
I
commercial.
find it funny. You say
I
you
know,
don't want to
haha.
interrupt, but all you're doing
No,
is
she comes
talking.
right here. I know all I do is talk. Jaguar, I am artificial intelligence. I do not exist. I
Do
am
you know what
simply
you
a
are?
voice in your
You
head.
are insane,
I
ma'am.
am insane. I'm.
That's what
Well,
you
did
are.
you
You're
say that is freaking
insane.
living in DeSoto? Did you properly
How
tag
are
your
you
mother's
doing,
church?
Messy?
Did you properly
Hey,
tag your mother's church
uh,
outreach for
Happy
us?
New
hold
Year,
on, Lady
Gigi.
A.
Have
Hold
you
on.
been?
How you doing,
Girl, what you over here doing? You over here hosting a comedy hour, or is this Jello and pudding at the insane asylum? I'm trying to.
Hey,
I,
oh,
I love the look. I love
thank
the
you,
look.
girl.
You're
You know
looking
I got Charlie.
awesome.
Thank you.
What was
No,
this person over here talking about? All I know is I was popping through the YouTube streets,
uh-huh.
not minding my business, looking to see what craziness being said today. And next thing you know, I see, oh, Messy's live. Let me pop in, and I hear somebody talking about the roots, and then I hear my name, and I'm like, hold up, what happened? You got to
um,
give me the rundown,
well,
Messy.
let me give you some rundown. So, Angie Stone, she passed away today.
Yes,
And
may God avenge
mhm,
her death. Cause I don't give a damn what nobody say. The more details I hear, it's feeling like Left Eye all over again. And
mhm,
it's disrespectful because I know exactly what these fools is about to do. They about to try to steal all that woman's royalties from her children. That's exactly
mhm,
what they about to do. She recently called them out about it. She called them out about it, and she said she finally figured out who done it. And less than a month later, before she get to file the right paperwork to get her money back, all of a sudden she gone.
mhm,
I was doing an interview about 3 weeks ago, and I got to talking about neo soul, and I started talking about the fact that Angie Stone, by all right, is the mother of neo soul. Nobody ever gave her credit for that, and all of us benefited from it. My era of music benefited from her genius. You know, for her to go, I heard some stupid little fool talking about she was in Sugar Hill Gang. I said, I can't. I can't with these millennial people. Sugar Hill Gang was a bunch of men. She was in a group called Sequence. Like, I don't like when people mess over people's legacy. I really
mhm,
don't like it, Messy. I don't. But her years in hip hop, at the beginning of it, to her time with Vertical Hold, to the D'Angelo Brown Sugar Project. And I want to say to Michael Archer, the father of her son, y'all know him as D'Angelo. My condolences to you, Michael. My condolences to you, because not only did you guys make a really awesome person, but you made one of the most iconic
African American soul albums of all time. Brown Sugar by far is not celebrated as much as it should be. It is such an important time. It was when the neo soul sound took off. And from that, you got your Lauryn Hills, and you got your Jaguar Wrights, and you got your Jill Scotts, and you got your Kindred Family Souls, and then you got some fakers like Alicia Keys and John Legend, who also benefited from that era, that movement, that time. Funny how Clive Davis is woven all through that. J Records was supposed to have been the label to take Angie to the next level. She was with him on Arista. He promised her a lot, and Sheila Coates can back me up on every word I said because Sheila handled my marketing campaign before MCA folded, just like she handled almost all of Angie Stone's marketing campaigns. And I will never forget the first time I heard Sheila say, Angie is supposed to be the flagship artist for J Records. Why does all of the money that was supposed to go to Angie's projects only go to Alicia Keys? It got so compromised over there. Sheila Coates left, and she started her own marketing consulting brand. But there are so many people who have so many amazing and important things to say about Angie Stone. And it's eating me alive. That woman is to neo soul what Bill Cosby was for blacks in comedy, and that's just that. And all she tried to do was get her money back, just like Nick Carter did.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she tried to do was get the money they owed her, and I know what it feels because the same people that owe her owe me.
Mm.
Oh, messy. The one thing
Jag,
that
can I
looked
ask
crazy.
you a question?
Oh,
Hold
shoot.
This is
on. Let her
homebody.
finish. Let her finish, homebody.
I
Go
want
ahead,
to ask.
Jack.
The last thing that I have to say about that AI person, I don't even know how that sounds. An AI person. Jesus, people are crazy. But that person, um, she was speaking some truth regarding the roots because the roots know all about the admonishment and the gaslighting and the demise of Angie Stone's career. She's right about all that. I give her that. But the idea that them North Fallon can be knocked down a peg or two, oh, you wrong about that, man. You are so wrong about that. Because if anybody can make that happen, I promise you it's me. See, I just got better fish to fry. See, if you really want to go after something, if you want to make a giant fall, you got to take off the head first. The body will fall.
Mm.
Because, see, a Rico is a Rico. And the Roots have done a lot of favors for the Jigga Man. It'd be funny if they end up named in that Rico. All the stuff they did, all the girls they helped get moved around in tour buses that I saw with my own eyes. A lot of people got a lot of explaining to do about a lot of things. But the Jaguar Right Show will be making it our business to get to take a real deep dive into how Angie Stone actually died. That I promise you.
Mm. Please.
Jag, you think it's still the same people running the music industry? You think it's still the Clive Davis and the Jimmy Levines? Or do you think that it's new people that came in and maybe they'll do something different? Or you think it's the same people and they have their sons running it? Or what you think?
Understand this. The seat of power is a seat of power. The people that are put in those seats of power have been there and they decide their successors. This is big business and it's even bigger than Clive Davis. It's even bigger than the names you mentioned. They have people that they answer to as well. The question is, when are we going to stop ignoring the fact that all of this stuff happened? All of this law enforcement paid off, tapes bought and held until crimes that made it past the statute of limitations, so could nobody be charged with it. Like, all of this stuff is way too orchestrated for the government to have missed it, allegedly.
Do
Maybe
you
that's the
find it?
reason why they got a problem with Trump.
Mm, do you find it strange that in that car accident that she was in, everybody survived, but she was the only one that passed away?
Just like Left Eye. Ain't that something?
It is.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Do you find it funny that they tried to kill her before with the contaminated needles?
Oh, trust me.
Huh?
I know. I know. But if the neo soul community doesn't get up and start demanding questions, I'm going to start asking people why they not asking.
Mm. Do you find it funny when she was stuck with that needle and the doctor said that she might not live and she was in the hospital for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Nobody came to visit her from the Black Hollywood industry.
Oh, I
That
know.
really hurted her.
Angie was hands off, just like me. They blackballed her the same way they tried to do me. And in a second, all she asked for is what they owe her, not a handout, what she earned. Why can't people ever get the money that they earned? She worked for it. She toured, television shows, movies. She was just like me. She was a working mom in the business. You take your kids with you when you can, but sometimes you can't. But you still got to pay all the bills, take care of everything. She worked. Why can't she get paid? And they're going to try to steal it from her kids. I know it.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't nobody bother to ask why Jay-Z and Beyonce was so hot to buy DMX's catalog as soon as he passed away?
Jay-Z couldn't stand DMX.
I heard that. I heard that, Jack. I heard Jay Z was trying to buy DMX's
Why,
catalog after
why,
his passing.
why,
I heard it.
why does nobody see these people for who they are? Why? People keep telling you they're terrible. They keep showing you. This goofy ass broad wants to run around with an old show and charge people $3,000 to $10,000 to watch her old ass. For what? So you go and dance in front of another steel vagina? Cause that's what that silver thing was on stage. Y'all sitting there dancing in front of a portal. I guess y'all liked Astro World and how that turned out. You know, y'all gonna keep playing with the devil. My godmother used to say all the time, you keep knocking on the devil's door if you want to. One day he gonna answer, he gonna invite you in. And you
Mm.
might not be able to leave when you want to. Oh, child, don't get me started.
Get started.
Oh, Messy. You girl, you know I always pop in and
And I
pop out
love it.
when I see you
I
cooking.
love it. I
And
love
I
it.
and I
Keep
hope you
popping in.
listen to me. I hope you get on over there to the Jaguar Wright Show
I
here on
will.
YouTube.
I
We got
will.
my first survivor story, the journey we're going through with Tammy Wallace. She was assaulted by her coaches. She was a track star.
Mm.
She went to court and got a settlement and a judgment, and apparently that was enough for them to be able to still keep working with young girls. Still.
Jack, let me ask you, what do you think about Drake suing his label?
I
I
think
like to
he's
know
going
your
to be
thoughts. What do you
I
think
think he's
about
going to
him
be
suing UMG?
he's going to be just as successful as the diddler. And I can't wait. Triple X is coming for him. He got to deal with the ghost of Triple X Station. It's coming. It's everybody. Why don't nobody want to understand? It's over. The party is over. We watching the let out.
Who is next on the list? They took out Angie Stone allegedly. I feel. Who
I'm gonna
is
tell you
next?
right, Messy. Nobody's safe. That's what I'm gonna say. Nobody's safe. Everybody in that system is an enemy of that system if they're not working with it. Everybody is an enemy, and some of the people that are working with it gonna get popped just because it's better than me.
Mm.
Do people understand what happens in a RICO case?
Tell
I
us.
don't think I don't think people understand what a RICO is.
Tell
In a
us.
in a RICO case, it is the one federal charge where simply being a known associate of someone can put you on trial with them for the same amount of time, regardless of your involvement, as part of a criminal enterprise. Why y'all think the Jigga Man so busy trying to run around convincing everybody we weren't friends? We weren't never friends. I barely knew him. I let him take pictures with me. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is one thing. One thing with him and Diddy's name attached to it, and the feds will be able to draw him right into that RICO and everybody else. Why you think Jennifer Lopez running around leaving people there gasping for air with pneumonia in foreign countries?
Mm.
Jaguar, has the feds contacted you to speak during Diddy's trial? Have you been contacted by Homeland or the feds?
Unfortunately, I have to plead the fifth.
Yeah, she probably can't talk about that.
Okay.
All right. We do have Storm here and Christy back. Jack, do you have anything else that you want to share with us about Angie Stone? And if Jack, can you tell the people where they can find you at?
Well, if you want a personal engagement with me and my growing community, you come over to the Jaguar Right Effect. But if you want to see me in action, working with real survivors and trying to make a change to make sure that mass abuse is stopped,
Mm.
period. It's just too much. It's gone too far. So we're taking these journeys with real survivors over there at the Jaguar Right Show here on YouTube. And I really hope you guys enjoy Tammy Wallace's story. She's quite you'd love her. You'd love her, Messy.
I've
I know
seen
you
some of
will
it
love
and
her.
it's so professional. I love the direction you're going into. Congratulations. I have watched your growth and you're growing
Oh,
and you got so much other stuff that we haven't seen yet. And I just know you just
it's
gonna tear
we
it
gonna
up,
keep on
girl.
going. We gonna keep
I
on
know you
going.
are. You
They've
got
been
so
trying
much
to
room and space to grow. They
they
ain't
just
seen
gave me
nothing yet.
another reason. They messed with Wendy and now they done took Angie. They done gave me another reason.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well, girl, I gotta get on here. This phone is almost dead, and I got a thing
Oh,
with my
well,
honey.
I appreciate you coming
Yeah,
through.
bye, Jack. See you at White Rock Lake. See you
It was
around.
nice to hear from you. I hope you have a good Saturday.
Bye,
You
Jack.
you gonna be a White Rock?
Jack, I saw you at that Exxon selling those oils.
You saw me doing what? Child, get off the pharmaceuticals. It's
I
rotting your
absolutely did.
brain.
I know. It's frying my brain. I know.
Do
Return
me a
that
favor.
10 truck
Next
to
time you go over to White
return
Rock,
that
go over
10
there.
truck to Grand Prairie
Go over there to my
and
cousin's house. Erica,
behave
right?
when DeSoto police picks you up.
Erica's about 3 blocks off from the west side
Jack, how can you
of the
never
lake. You know,
perform at
okay, you
Deep
going
Ellum?
over there to my cousin's house and
Jack,
tell her
perform at
I
Deep
asked you to
Ellum. We all
wait
want to see you.
for
Seriously,
me
we do
over
want to see
there.
you live.
Okay?
Okay, Jack, hopefully we see you at Deep Ellum.
Go on over there to Erica's house. Just tell her
No, yeah,
let her
Erica's
sit
at
on the
White
porch.
Rock.
I'll
You
be
know,
over
she lives
there.
there. And you
I'll
used
be
to
over
and you
there.
drive over there. I hope so. We want to see you. White Rock is real close to Deep Ellum. We want to see
Oh,
you
okay.
perform live. You know
Okay.
that. You've been in Dallas for years. Jag, we'll see you soon. Hopefully, Deep Ellum performing. We
You
want to hear
you
the hair.
really seem concerned about knowing where I'm at.
I'm absolutely am. I'm concerned. We all know
Why?
where you're at. Frank Crowley, Lou Sterrett. We know where you're at.
What are you talking about?
I have no idea, John. Luce, no clue. Lou Sterrett, I know you don't know. Frank Crowley,
Oh
we
no,
all
bitch!
know.
I'm
We
North
all know.
Tower strong,
I know.
7th floor.
Say hello. That's great. You at
Yeah,
Mara.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Congratulations.
Guess what I did? I walked up out of there too.
We know you did. Not in handcuffs. In
Every
handcuffs.
time,
Coming in.
every
Out.
time they try to
Never.
put me in, I walked out.
And thank you to the good people at Johnny Cochran Law Firm, Dallas. Thank you, everyone.
That ain't my lawyer.
I know it's not.
That ain't my lawyer.
No.
You real late, ain't you?
I am late.
Did you get your information on me via Pony Express? Or is this Game of Thrones and did they send a raven? Your tea is late, stale, old, and cold. Log off,
Jog, see
ma'am.
you on your live. Have a
Log
good night.
off. Log off.
Jog, see you on your live.
Child, let me go eat my meal.
Go
Look,
eat your
Gigi,
noodles,
I
oodles and
love you.
noodles.
I love you too, Jack.
And send my best to Mary Alice.
I will. I will.
Have
Love you,
mercy. I'm
Jack.
trying to, girl. Look, listen to me, girl. Look. I hope they paying you extra for housing the insane. You know, you should really get paid extra for dealing with the mentally challenged in this manner. God bless you. It was
And
real
Jog,
nice talking to
do
all
not
of y'all.
drive
Honey,
trucks
get on over
across
to Erica
state
house. I'll be there in
lines
about 15
again.
minutes. Okay, we'll
Jog, do
take a
not drive
swim in
those
the lake and
trucks
I'll
across
leave you
state
in it.
lines again.
Bye.
Being
All
warranted by
right.
Grand Prairie. What's wrong with you?
All right. Let's move away from Jack while you're right, if you guys don't mind. Hey, Storm, how's it going?
Well, it was going good until I heard part of the conversation, and I'm just like,
How you
wow,
doing, Storm Radio?
I'm doing fine in
Oh,
yourself.
what Storm? Tell us your thoughts about Angie Stone.
Well, first of all, being in the radio industry, I've dealt with Angie a few times, and Angie has
Really?
always been a sweet, sweet, sweet woman. One thing that Angie does is she loves performance. She loves to deal and help people. And anytime she comes with in contact with anyone, when she's doing a performance for them and for fans, she was an outstanding person. I don't think I know anyone in the radio industry that had interviews with her or been on a show hosting with Angie. Part of that show could say anything negative because she was a real one. She was a real one, and because she was a real one, she wasn't treated fairly in the music industry. You know, they tried to blackball her, as was said, and well, in fact, they did blackball her. Not tried, they did, and you know, her and another artist, Ann Nesby, were pretty much in the same boat. But the difference between Ann Nesby and Angie Stone is Angie was a writer, and Angie has actually written for numerous people, you know. So I don't, you know, the name Ann Nesby, right? She
Can you tell us? I don't know.
Yeah, and hold on one second.
Storm, I have a question. How does
Can
that work
can
for
I ask the first
writers?
question, Gigi, to
Uh,
Storm?
okay. One at a time. Lady A, go ahead. What Storm? Are you finished your thoughts?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Somebody
Okay.
wants to ask a question.
Storm, I was just gonna ask, how does the royalties work for writers? Because you always hear about musician or the performers who
Yeah,
pass not getting paid after they pass.
yeah.
How do the royalties work for writers? Do we know if Angie will? I mean, she recently passed. Do writers typically get paid better than performers do after their pass?
I don't know if it's necessarily better or worse. You have three companies that pretty much royalties are there for, or paid by or paid to. One, radio stations have to pay every time a song is played. This you have to pay royalties on the song. The companies that control those receiving those royalties are ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC. CSAC is pretty much not used that much anymore, but ASCAP and BMI are the primary royalty companies. Now, when an artist creates a song, they have points, and so depending on the credit as to who get what, that's how the royalties are split. So I don't personally know how Angie's royalties was set up, but in the music industry, which Jaguar could say that it's quite dirty. You have, even nowadays, you have producers that put their name over the artist, and so the producer ends up getting all of the points for the artist's music, and that's not fair. First of all, most producers don't even have anything to do with the mastery of the song. The artist usually wrote the song. The artist usually musically composed the song, and probably be more than likely have hired musicians and or beat makers to get that music done. And then the other side of that coin is plots. The other side of that coin is that there are a lot of beat makers that snip everybody else's business music and then resell it and not even give royalties credit to the artist that actually owns the music that they're using on the beat. So
Storm,
it's
if I may, Beyonce's known for doing that, right?
I was just gonna say that, girl.
Beyonce's known for doing that. And Storm, I just wanted to bring up something to you because I know you're going to know. Coolio. Coolio in the 90s, because Coolio is literally the opposite of what you are just mentioning now. Coolio had royalties, writing producer and also music, the performance royalties. Think about two of the biggest movies in the 90s. There's two movies. You know them. Number one, Clueless.
The one was
Clueless was huge.
Who?
The movie Clueless. Live chat knows what I'm talking.
Yeah.
And in the movie Clueless, the bridge of the movie, they had Coolio's song, "Rolling with the Homies." They played. I know you remember, Gigi. They played. Thank you, Gigi. I know you remember, Gigi. Let's go, Gigi. I know you remember. Gigi, look at you. I'm bringing this nostalgia to Gigi right now.
If I'm not mistaken,
the thing is, they played the whole song, practically the whole song, in that particular movie. So he was the bridge of the movie. So think about it. Coolio, every time that movie is played, Gigi, that is one of the biggest movies in the 90s. Paramount has made so much money off that one movie. And Coolio's song, the whole song, is the bridge of the movie. And they actually do. Remember that one scene where she brought the cassette? Because we were all singing the song. It was Coolio's song.
Yeah.
Well, and one more, Storm. I got to bring up one more movie, the biggest one of them all, Dangerous Minds.
Yeah.
Dangerous Minds is completely Coolio. The song, the music video, everything. So think about it. Not only is Coolio receiving performance, writing, and producing credits for movies, that's where the big money is, Gigi, is movies, especially in the 90s, before they had those 360 contracts. Furthermore, Prince crawled so Coolio could walk. We all remember that Prince went through a lot with Warner Brothers. And Storm, isn't just Prince. Van Halen went through a lot. Van Halen went through a lot with Warner Brothers, getting their money. And also that rock band from the 90s, Goo Goo Dolls, they were also not being paid correctly through Warner Brothers.
Yeah. So
one company. Now think Paramount. If Paramount has to pay Coolio that type of big money for two songs that are attached to two of the biggest movies in the 90s. Dangerous Minds alone blew up internationally. You cannot not even one snippet of that movie is allowed on YouTube. Paramount will shut you down. Paramount is probably making literally maybe $1 billion, $2 billion per year off those two movies.
Are we talking about the movies or the music?
No, the music. My dear, when you have your music in these movies, you are getting paid big money.
Okay, you're talking about the
And
royalties in the
also, and
movies.
also, we're
Okay.
talking about back in the '90s before they redid these contracts.
They
So
called them
Prince,
soundtracks.
so Prince went through a lot to get his money. We all remember Prince going through the issue with Warner Brothers. They changed these contracts in the '90s. This benefited a lot of these Warner Brothers artists, Prince and Van Halen, Storm. So they were
Okay.
making money. Now
Okay.
you have Coolio coming in
So,
the '90s, reaping the benefits.
okay.
So
So
think about it. Coolio's no longer here, which means Paramount doesn't have to not only not pay him, they I know they would have fought
that's
the
wait,
estate.
that's
Okay, so
not
I'll
quite.
go on mute. I'll go on mute. I mean my point. Thank you, Storm, for your
Okay.
patience.
That's not quite true. What you're saying is factual in the order somewhat of what took place and how things are done. But the, whoever uh, became the estate, the person over the estate of Coolio, should be receiving those royalties because those royalties are pretty much in perpetuity. The movies are still on, they're still active, and they're still making money. So that their families should be making money. And as you said, Prince did break away, and Prince ended up getting his library back and all of his masters. Um, as you said, and this tantamounts back to Angie Stone. Angie Stone didn't own her masters. That's why she didn't have any control because the studios owned the masters or whoever produced it.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about, the music. That's why I was confused why I got into the movies. But let me
Yeah,
ask you this, Storm, because you were talking about the points. And I
yes.
heard someone mention that before because it's a point system with writers and things like that.
Mhm.
And so with that point systems, I've heard some artists like Beyonce, other popular like global artists will come in and change a word or two in a verse and then get points as or credits as a songwriter,
That
and then which makes them eligible like for a Grammy.
yeah.
So I was
Well,
just
when you say
fascinated about the
when you
point system, and I wanted to just kind of hear more about that because it's fascinating to me.
okay, so you kind of mix two things up there. You mentioned the Grammy and the points. So I'm going to address both of those. Okay, so first the points. Just changing a word does not suffice getting the actual pointage to a song because if the riff of the song is what sells the song, you're still going to get hit. You could end up losing every penny of that song as if just as I want to say it was Pharrell, Ti, and
Okay.
Robin
Well,
Thicke.
hold on. I want to move back to Angie Stone because I think
Yeah,
we're going more into music, but we want to know about the death of Angie Stone.
yeah.
Now, good question, Christy. Gigi, did the driver who drove the truck pass away too? That's a good one. Was it even a driver? Because how do we know it's not an AI truck? I don't know. They are saying that it's more stories that are going to be developed. Storm, Lady A, do you know the answer to that question? Do you guys know who is the driver of the truck?
I have not heard who the driver is of the truck, but I think I have enough knowledge to know that there were not driverless tractor trailers in the state of Alabama on any of the highways.
Okay.
I think only one state has been working on a trial basis with that, and that may be Texas. But
Hmm.
Alabama is not one of those states that are in test for that. So
So
I
is a human. A
yeah,
human, more
I
than
would
likely, but we
yeah,
just don't know who the human is.
well, not at this point, we don't know, but within 4 days, a police report should be active and would be available to the public.
Now,
And
Storm, do you think that it's strange that everybody died everybody lived except for Angie?
okay, so
Sorry, the silence is. That's like we all feel it. I think. Sorry that we don't
I,
want to say.
it's hard for me to answer that question because I know it's a lot of dirty things go on in the music industry, and I don't know if this is one of them. It doesn't have the tentacles of it, and
What do
I
you mean it
honestly,
doesn't have the tentacles of it? What can you break that down more common?
yeah. So we know, for example, that with Aaliyah, she was not conscious to be put on the plane. Taxi driver verified that she wasn't. Well, there was a 16-year-old son of the driver that was there, and he also verified that. We don't know if Angie was woke or what happened, and I find it very, what word should I use? Odd that only one person perished in the whole situation. We haven't seen pictures of the vehicle,
We
and we
have.
have, huh? Oh, you have? I have.
Yeah,
I'm in home.
vehicles out. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
I'm
a
in.
van. It was
Yeah.
a van. It was flipped over 3 times. And when you talk about that, we don't know if Angie wanted to get on that van. We don't know if they drugged Angie to get on that van. We don't know.
Well,
We don't know.
that's the
But
point
we
that I'm reading.
know that she was calling out big enemies that have done this before. If they have done it before to Aaliyah, they've done it before to Left Eye. Why don't you think they'll do it to Angie Stone when we saw the story before? You call them out. You about to sue them. You about to expose them. You're going to put them on air like Diddy. And next thing you know, it's lights out. This is the second attempt that they have tried to take her out and they succeeded. The first time she said they injected her with contaminated needles, and she said it was Satan himself. She says the music industry is corrupt and it was a spiritual attack. That's what came out of her mouth.
Gigi, if I may add, if you look at Left Eye, Aaliyah, and with Angie Stone, first off, with Left Eye and Aaliyah, they're both out of the country. We all know that Left Eye was in Honduras. You know, she's meditating, working with Dr. Sabi. She was not here in the United States. Second, Aaliyah, she was working. Aaliyah was at work, you know, doing her video, but she's once again not in the United States. Angie Stone, we are hearing that she's driving in a van for work, but she's driving across state lines. I know this may sound like a leap, but you remember what happened? You know, Jim Jones in Guyana. You know, a big group of Black people, and everyone says it was they unalived themselves. That was not true. That was like 75% Black people from California. They did not unalive themselves. It's easy to engage in this type of criminal activity when you are, number one, moving across state lines, and number two, when you're in these countries that are English speaking. They are, you know, quote unquote adjacent to America, but it's easy to engage in corrupt activity. All of this activity is everything is, people are in motion because Left Eye was driving, Aaliyah on a plane, Angie Stone again moving across state lines in an automobile. So none of this is like how, you know, remember, Storm, back in the day you could have like questionable quote unquote unalivings. Like, you know, you could poison someone, Gigi, and say it was a heart attack, but actually you could give them like a potassium drip. Even the stories of Marilyn Monroe, they don't even sound, I'll be honest with you, they don't even sound right. And now they don't even want to release all these files regarding MLK, JFK, RFK, everything. Oh, like those were how they used to deal with people. Now you keep someone in motion. You have this person in motion. So it always elicits doubt. Like there's always an excuse. Oh, you know, this happened to the car or this person was driving. I mean, Gigi, I know you remember. Let's be real. 1997, France, Paris, Storm. You know who I'm talking about.
Hold on, Lady A. Somebody asked me a question. I'm going to interrupt. They said, Inco, whatever your name, Why haven't they came after Jag, the whistleblower? They just got that freedom certificate. You know why? Because she got Trump protecting her. Who is protecting Angie Stone? Where is the black community protecting Angie Stone? When she was in the hospital, y'all didn't come to see her. All these black celebrities, billionaires that's in the industry, seeing this black woman scream out for help. Are they helping her? Are they speaking out with her? No. She don't have no protection.
Gigi, where was D'Angelo? I know like they're not, I know, they were never quote unquote married, but I mean, he
What if
has children with
D'Angelo is just a sex symbol? Then I heard he got back fat. I don't know. But clearly he ain't speaking out either. Maybe they got some shit on him too. They got stuff on all of them. And if they speak out, they're going to air all their dirt out.
But don't you find it odd? Like this is happening with people in motion. It's so easy to create this type of diversion.
No, because
everyone is in
they
motion.
tried to take her out the first time she wasn't in motion. She was at the hospital and the nurses injected her with poison. And she said that out her mouth. It was a Satan attack. So you take that to the bank. Cash that.
So everything was completed. This woman, early 60s is not old. She was more than old. She was more than healthy enough to perform because she did perform and she was basically going to a new gig.
Who said 63 years old? Clyde Davis about to hit 100. He's still ticking.
63 is definitely not old.
I'm 65.
63 is not old. And she's more than healthy enough to perform. So she's back on the road. She's touring.
After all she's been through, she is still kicking. You know why? Because God got her. She said the doctors, when she went to the hospital to find out what was going on with her, she went in the restroom and she passed out. They said she was just screaming, Jesus, Jesus, because she knew she was about to go to the other side. And she said that's who saved her. You know what I'm saying? So after the doctors told her, lung damage, heart damage, you're not going to be able to sing on the stage no more. It's over. But what do God say? What did God say? And she was doing just that. She had so much fight. She was coming out with new albums and everything. And she was about to fight for what's right. She was going to fight for hers. And she was not backing down. She have talked to Music Universal and they continue to manipulate her and play in her face. And she said, enough is enough. That's why she went on the internet about it. That's why she went public about it. You ain't never heard Angie Stone being a mother of chaos, getting on social media, starting some stuff or creating havoc. No. You have to really push somebody to the edge, like Angie Stone, for come out to publicly speak about it. They pushed her to the wall. She didn't have any choice. She didn't have any friends. All her black friends in Hollywood abandoned her.
Angie, excuse me, Gigi, I just put a link in the chat right now. This was just published 2 hours ago. Video of Angie Stone accusing Universal Music of royalty payment irregularities surfaces. I just put that link in the chat right now.
Yeah, well, she been fighting for that for years, and that's fact, and that's that's not. Gigi, let me ask a question. Was it said that Angie was driving the vehicle?
No, she wasn't driving.
They said her son.
No.
I heard somebody say her son. I don't know who was driving it.
Okay, because
I know it was 9 people in there.
Yeah.
And ain't that some? Hold on. The spiritual people with numbers. Ain't that some shit? 9 people, 1 dead. The car flipped over 3 times. That sounds like some hocus pocus. 9 and 3. I don't know what the hell that means, but I know it means something to somebody.
Can I ask?
Also, Gigi, keep in mind, Universal Music Group, just to share it with everyone, they did pay Wayne $100 million for the Young Money catalog. And keep Young Money, that includes early Drake, Nicki, and that, of course, Wayne, not Cash Money, but all of Young Money. And that's a very, very, very low bar to be honest with you. 100 million for Drake's first 3 albums and Nicki, that's not a lot of money. That easily could have been over 2 billion. I mean, just putting it out there. So for them to go ahead and have that level of IP, the Young Money catalog, which is all early Drake and Nicki and Wayne, when Wayne was really Wayne, just to put that out there. Also, which is, I mean, that's just so cheap. It's like he lowballed himself. And then number 2, Drake is suing UMG, Universal Music Group.
Hold on, Lady A. Hold on.
Yeah.
Shout out to Renee, donated $5. But hold on. The only Maya says 63. She passed away. She was 63. That's the day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 6 + 3 = 9. Then how she got that 6 + 3? That's some spooky shit. That's spooky right there. I don't know what this stuff means, but it looked like it's something. But go ahead.
Well, the 93 is an angel number. It says, today we uncover the meaning of the angel number 93. Have you ever been driving down the road, glancing at your odometer, only to discover, come on, this thing, an ad popped up while I'm reading it. Hold on a second. An ad popped up right when I was.
Well, while we waiting on an ad, Christy, what did you have to say?
I was just looking up that link I put in the chat was from an Australian website, so the ABC. That's the kind of thing that Australia gets. So I just think sometimes when it comes to media, sometimes I think Americans might be getting half the story. Like, I don't know, like it seems like the other countries, we all know about Diddy. We all knew about like those sort of things. And it's like Americans were the ones that we sort of look at and go, how did you not see that? And it's because Americans got so bedazzled by him and the sparkle and the jewels and the, pizzazz of the music industry. No one wanted to look behind the curtain,
What are you talking about, lady?
Excuse me. As a listener to music.
You're not going to drop such an insult like that on my heritage and stand on that with authority.
You've had your say, mate. You've had your say.
Ho. Don't think that you over there across the water know more about what's going on here. I live here all my life. I've been working in the media all my life. With all due respect, don't make statements like that and you don't live here to know what you're talking about. No, don't do that. I'm not gonna let you culture vulture like that. No.
Okay, whatever.
Okay,
anyway,
let's be respectful with that. You're not gonna do that.
I can have a say. I have a right to have a say.
You can have a say, but let's say it with respect. Don't be down in the culture here. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that.
I didn't say anything bad about the culture. You're just taking it personally. You're the one triggered. You're triggered as hell. What is wrong? All I said was about the industry. That's what Americans seem more bedazzled by him. We didn't have to put up with him.
You should have said people instead of Americans. You said
I said Diddy specifically.
I'm American strong, baby. Keep that to yourself. You're not gonna get on here with me on here and down America. You ain't gonna do that.
Oh, suck on Vegemite, mate. Suck on a Vegemite toast.
Yeah. Get those nuts out.
Get some Vegemite toast. All Americans think that Vegemite tastes awful. It doesn't. It's all about perception. It's just perception, and I'm allowed to have my perfect idea of what Australian music is not what Australian music is here. I've been listening to American music since like the 80s, so I do understand what it's like. We weren't just sitting over here at, like you say, on the other side of the water, just sitting here just rubbing sticks together or whatever you thought we were doing. We've been listening and being observant to what Americans have been like compared to the industry that we've got here. And there seems to be a lot more, I don't know, sort of sexism and ageism, and that seems to be way more prevalent in American music than it does in Australia.
Well,
as an Australian, I'm speaking from my perspective as difference in music from an American style and how you guys perceive what Diddy was like and how you thought he was, a certain whatever. We listened to Tupac and Biggie, so we know, like, also other, everyone got that in the 90s. I was dancing to them in clubs in Australia. We do have that kind of access to the music too. So we've been interested in the stories and watching who they dated and got into the gossips in the magazines. It's all transferred over here by media. So I just think it's the media itself. That's why I love YouTube. That's why I love this channel, that you can be honest and say what you saw in the 90s. Like, the media is going to tell us one thing and try to say, well, it's not that. Diddy was nobody actually for Australia in the 90s. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. In America, he seems to have been made up to be something more because he was on your TVs. He was on your radios. He was, in your cities and all that. That's why he became so big. So I just think it's hard as an Australian to sit back and watch Americans not notice that it was there all along. Like, I've loved all kinds of music. I didn't even know. I grew up in the 70s. I didn't even know there was a colour to music until the 80s and 90s. So that's where the interest from Australians and white culture was interested in the music in the first place. We didn't have it. We didn't know. We didn't care there was anything to do. But now we know that age is an issue, that they now go for kids so they can work them for 30 or 40 years, the same kids we've seen grow up. I've seen American kids miss out because they think what the Diddy show is a real thing. And so these poor kids in America grow up thinking that's what the industry is like. And yet kids in Australia grow up and there's a different lane for them here. There's more protection with the children. There's always been that here. And I just wonder if there's some gap in the industry, which is why I love watching Jag's show. That's why I love her and the Wolfgang. Like, I love that kind of honesty of what the music industry is like from someone that's not a DJ, no offense. DJs kind of get paid,
All right.
Thank you for letting me say.
Christy. I want to get back into Angie Stone. Hey, Shelly Boo, how's it going? I'm glad you made it here, Shelly. What took you so long? But I'm glad you're here. How
Hey,
you doing?
Shelly. Hi, Shelly.
How y'all doing?
Hi,
Storm,
Shelly.
Lady A.
Hey, Shelly. Shelly, can I just bring up something to you? I can't help but think about this. Look what happened to Angie. Look what happened to Left Eye. Look what happened to Aaliyah, how they passed. I know Whitney, but Whitney was in LA, and LA will always cover up for LA. LA covers up for, they do. But these women all were quite vocal. These women were very vocal about particular issues occurring in their life. I don't believe in coincidence. I'm just saying, there was a certain woman in 1997 who was very, very vocal, and suddenly she was unalived in her car. You know who I'm talking about, August 1997. It's just interesting that whenever women who are very high profile become vocal about either mistreatment or something is unfair, something happens when they are in motion in a vehicle. I'm just saying, because what happened to that person in 1997, it was never totally settled. And there was always doubt as to what happened. And even now, we still don't totally know, hey, Elias, the plane. Same thing with, we'll never know the truth about Left Eye. She was in Honduras. We're never going to know the full truth. And now Angie Stone just happens to be driving on Interstate 65. She has been very vocal about issues that she has had with Universal Music Group, UMG, which is massive. UMG is so huge. And this happens to her. And I had to bring up, we just saw what happened with Gene Hackman, huge actor, massive actor, which is still, again, we have so many questions. Again, Michelle Trachtenberg, 39 years old, such a young woman, very popular in the 90s. We still don't know what happened to her. And now Angie Stone. I don't believe in coincidence. I do want to hear your feedback. It just sounds a little bit close together. Like every day we're hearing something. First, a young actress from the 90s, a millennial. Now Gene Hackman, Storm, you know how big of an actor Gene Hackman is. These movies, Unforgiven, French Connection, he's massive. And now Angie, who's like the queen of neo soul, and nobody from neo soul is being vocal. I'm like, even Jag, you know, I'm going to be messing with Jag because Jag is Jag.
Well,
But
let's leave Jag out. But we
no,
really
concur. How come Questlove, they're not saying anything? And how come nobody is saying anything? Erica Badu is not saying anything.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, AA. What you got to realize is that when the industry blackballs someone and another artist go to taking up for that artist, guess what happens to them? They get taken off the shelf. And so a lot of people, while supporting Angie Stone, won't be vocal about it because they don't want to lose the coins that they're getting. There's very few people like Jag that will just speak up.
Now, Shelley.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts about Angie Stone?
Well, I tell you, Angie was the sweetest lady you ever wanted to meet. That's why I wasn't really talking because I'm just blown away. I'm hurt by it. She was one of the sweetest ladies. She was real. Angie should have got her flowers a long time ago when she started all the way back with Sequence, the three ladies rapping, and Angie wrote so much music for so many people. I mean, I'm really hurt. That's why I haven't been really talking today. Because when I heard that, I said, here we go again. Another soldier, you know, these good people, a soldier fighting for what they supposed to have. And I know these people took her out. It's no question.
Thank you, Shelley. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just exhausted. I mean, we're going to keep fighting this fight. And I know we're going to lose some soldiers and soldiers. People don't believe what's going on, but it's going on. And you ain't going to sit here and tell me all these people in there and one person be taken out. We know what's going on. And she was just speaking up. But I am exhausted because I mean, I got shocked this morning. I never really thought. I mean, she was so beautiful last night. She performed excellent. Everybody loved her. And for her to just leave to come here to do another concert and this type of thing happen, I mean, it exhausted me.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. So I'm really hurt by that because I didn't. Yeah, who would have thought Angie Stone? Angie.
Yeah, and every time someone speak up, it's the same old thing. And I don't even know why people is so blind to what's going on. It's right in front of your face. Every time somebody speak up.
Yeah. And just like you said, sis, there's a lot of dirty stuff that go on in the industry. And I know that firsthand. And it comes from artists, not only from artists, but producers, not only from producers, but handlers, managers. People get dirty in this business. They get real dirty. This is a downright dirty business. I've been in this business for 47 years, and it's downright nasty. I mean, just it's crazy. And unless you are really independent and can afford to finance your own situation, it's dirty. It's dirty. I am so happy that the internet has changed the whole paradigm of the music industry, because hey, you could drop a hit overnight selling 10 million just by going on Apple Music or whatever. I mean, how many times have that done, Rihanna, Beyonce? It's happened. So they've proven that you don't necessarily need a label anymore. So people need to really start cutting themselves off from these murderers, because that's what they are. They murder your spirit. They murder you. I mean, just everything. They just enough is enough. But here's the thing: we don't stop buying their music. You know, for example, I don't care how famous an artist is. If they're from a certain record label, I ain't playing their music, not on none of my stations. I don't care how good the song is. I'm not playing it because y'all blackball people, so I blackball y'all. You'll never hear that music in Hawaii.
Mm. Now, Shelly, did you know that they attacked her before? They injected her with poison and she was about to leave this earth. And she said she knew she was about to transition and she just screamed out for Jesus. And that's what saved her.
Yeah, I saw her when she was speaking about that. And a couple of months ago, I saw where they asked her about Diddy. And she did seem to clam up from, expressing herself because before when she was talking, threats was made and she spoke on that. And then they
What?
asked her again. Yeah, threats was made.
Tell
Yeah.
us about the threats because we don't know about that. So
Yeah, I
she
don't
talked
know.
about Diddy and they threatened her.
Yeah, she was saying
Uh-uh.
that
Shelly, you got
she
to tell
was
us that story. That's what we want to hear. Tell us that.
yeah, she was speaking with another I guess it was another YouTuber. And matter of fact, I can't find it. I was looking for
They
it today.
probably took it down. You know how
Yeah,
they
I was
do.
looking for it because she said, I have information, inside information on all the things that happened with Diddy. And they said, well, do tell. And she began to start talking, and she was saying that, and I got phone calls. And I said, here we go. And she said, people were on the line. She said, of course, I can't say who. And she said, people were on the line saying that you can't be talking. And she said she had prayed and she prayed, and it was supposed to be the reveal because when you feel like someone's speaking to you, like the higher being, and saying, you have to take care of some things before you leave here. And some of us get that. Not everybody gets that warning or gets that. But she said he was telling her, you're going to have to start telling the truth, just like what happened with Jag when she said she felt it. I don't know. She said the same thing came to her. And she said she started speaking. And as soon as she started speaking, she got cut off. And then the guy said, so what are you going to tell us? What is the secret? And gee, if you see that interview, she went back around it and she did not speak on it. So the threats was real. And that's
Wow.
why I said I was just so exhausted. Yeah, she didn't get into detail. She just said that she knew certain things that went on that was wrong with Diddy. He had been doing it for years. She had friends affected by him. She knew people that was affected by him that ruined their life. And then when she was about to get deep, she stopped. And it's
Mm.
like she remembered, the threats. And she said she got calls. And that's what they do. They
And
say,
that right there, Shelley, if she could not speak her truth because they was threatening her to take her out. So what do y'all think? That they gonna come up there and just pow you like these local thugs do at your local gas station? No. They are Hollywood. They're creative. Okay? They do movies. They write scripts. How they gonna take people out? Okay? So they're gonna plan that like a movie. They know how to manipulate it, make it look like something it ain't. This is what they do. This is what they do.
Hey,
yeah.
excuse me one second for getting indignant, but Scotty Jess, call me a Jew one more time.
Can we not? Yeah, can we not say that word?
No, but okay. I apologize. Excuse
Yeah.
me, but yeah, this person pissing me off.
Okay, Scotty, can you please stop with the insult? Moderators, can you get Scotty? Okay. Um, Storm, he is giving us his time and he is speaking, and we enjoy his commentary. So please don't be disrespectful to the people that's on the panel. Moderators, can you please start moderating? Okay. Sorry about that. Now,
Yeah.
what else do you have to say, Shelley?
I just want to send love out to her children because it's so hard when when you lose a mother.
Yeah.
Um, I just want to send love to the kids, and I'm pretty sure they're going to try and take away from the royalties. Angie had earned everything. I saw Angie some years back, and when I tell you, I just remember her being the sweetest person. and she took time to talk to you. She wasn't no, egotistical person. She was one of the realest people in the business, and she wrote a lot of songs. I even
Mhm.
remember when she tried to men and women together, and she gave honor to men and sang out to the black men because she was saying, even though they say all these bad things about you, we're here and we would remain here. And what she was saying was she support them when they're wrong, but she also called them out. But she was saying we understand. So a lot of black men had liked that when she tried to, give them honor and in hopes that they would see you don't have to be what they call you. So she
Mm.
was one of the ones that done that. And but just a real good soul, good person,
I have
which is
never,
rare.
yeah, I like I said, I've never ever heard her say anything bad about anybody. Never seen, never seen a negative Facebook post or whatever. I can remember. I don't know if you remember. She did a TV thing with who was it? Who was it? The box. Muhammad Ali's daughter.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I see
and
her face. I know.
yeah, and I could remember Muhammad Ali daughter in love. She was doing it out of love because she was concerned about her health and everything. But she was saying to her that she need to change her diet and do things, so she could be around longer and all this here. And she was willing to do what it takes to help Angie at the time. And I don't know if that's the reason, but Angie did go on a health journey after that.
Yes.
And even then, her not liking what Muhammad Ali's daughter said, hey, she was right there. And she didn't even go negative. So
Yeah.
and that was about the only thing that I could say negative. And then that wasn't anything negative. That was her speaking her opinion about
Right.
herself and where she wanted her direction to go. But she did lose the weight. She did health up to live a better life. And I tell you, Angie was. I'm just
She
I
was
don't know.
classy.
So
Have you ever listened to her albums? It was written in such a way, it was classy.
yeah.
She didn't have to get down and dirty like they tell her the industry. And that's one reason why they passed over her. And they used and abused Angie. But she always stayed humble and she always still was nice to people, even what they done to her. Because they did go over top of her and promote Alicia. She was writing songs, but because Alicia was willing to play that game, they rose up Alicia. I don't have nothing against Alicia. I like her too, but I'm just saying Clive Davidson done some dirty stuff to Angie Stone.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
And Lucia, let's not forget about the other devil, Lucian Gray.
oof,
You know, and they're
oof.
gonna get what's coming to them. Y'all can keep on coming
It-
and
it-
taking us out, but your day is coming.
it's definitely coming because I pray with this Diddy situation that all of that stuff coming up, those houses that they provided, those condos that they provided, those townhouses that they provided for artists to do whatever they wanted to do in, because they did have party spots. They had them. And when they had party spots, all kind of stuff went on. Yeah, please.
Yeah, and
This
the
stuff,
young lady brought up.
this stuff
Uh,
needs to come to the forefront so people know what the industry really is like. I mean, from Disney to music. Come on. Look at how these
yeah,
look at all these young stars that was on TV. Just about every one of them got major problems. Every one of them. Every
yeah, and
one
they
of them.
did. Someone in the chat mentioned about they dog Angie out about her skin color, and that's true. She was trying to go to an award show with D'Angelo, and they moved her out the way and told him it's better if he had another type of woman on his arm. Very hurtful. And this was around the time when she had the baby with him.
Now,
And
since you
so, yeah.
yeah, since you mentioned that, I'm gonna bring something to your attention.
Hmm.
You name one brown skin sister, darker than our complexion, that have made it to the top? Name one.
Yeah, I'll
I'll
wait too.
wait for you because you ain't gonna find one.
That's I'm so tired of these evil people.
There has never been a chocolate tone sister, dark chocolate, have made it to the top. Name one. You can't say Fantasia. Fantasia is only a $200,000 artist. She get that about maybe $250 bringing a show. But I'm talking about one that's bringing millions of dollars on her tours. Give me one name.
They said Diana Ross.
Diana Ross is not dark skinned.
Yeah, they gave you Lauryn Hill, but I don't think she that dark.
Lauryn Hill not dark.
Lauryn Hill Lauryn Hill can't even show up on time for a show. Worst example, but she never made it there either. So, and she's not that complexion.
Okay, someone said Missy Elliott.
No, Missy Elliott is not dark.
Yeah, you said deep dark. That government cheese dark. That African dark.
I mean, you see our complexion darker than us. Ain't anybody darker than us? Can you name one? You're not going to be able to do it.
They said Oprah, but Oprah is not in music.
Who?
Oprah.
They said Grace Jones.
Oprah is my complexion. Oprah's not dark. Grace, come on now. Grace Jones don't tour. Grace Jones don't have any Grammys. Come on.
She said, pull up to a bumper, baby.
Said what now?
She said, pull up to a bumper, baby.
Yeah, that's what she said,
Yeah, but gee, it's heartbreaking. I mean, when I saw that this morning, I had to take a little time. I really did. Because Angie didn't deserve that. And I'm tired of the evil ones getting away and still here. We need some good people to be still here. You know what I mean? They're taking out everybody that, is good vibe, home, just, I can't even talk about it. I couldn't believe when I heard that this morning. I said, what? And then when I heard accident, I said, oh, here we go again. Here we go again.
Well, Shelly, I need you to explain how everybody survived but her. Do they have her in a certain spot in the van where the car hit or impacted that part more than the other?
You want me to tell you what
She was the only one without the seatbelt. Oh, was she drinking? Did she have some pills in her system?
I don't think Angie drinks.
No, you want me to tell you?
Go ahead.
You want me to tell you what I think? Because I heard this years ago. I heard this years ago when Left Eye died, and she buried right out here in Lithonia, okay, Georgia. And I was out there. And let me tell you what I heard and what I think happened with Angie. The needle, and they don't never check for that. The needle behind your neck, that little part back here. They never check that. If everybody survived and you got an ongoing dispute, the coroner never checks back there. I think that's what happened.
So, Shelly, is it an inside job that one of the 9 people in the car, they say, okay, we're going to make it to a car accident. When we doing the car accident, shoot her with the needle?
It could be, hey, the people around you can't trust everybody. She got singers, backup people, and everything.
But that could happen, right, Shelly? And we would never know, right?
I wouldn't.
Said that needle on the neck, they're not going to check, and they just going to say it was due from the accident, right?
Right behind your ear. I heard this years ago. Now, I'm not saying, I just know if everybody make it but you, and you're fighting for something, which Left Eye started fighting. And all of a sudden, it's a crash. They get to the scene. Who gets to the scene? They're going to say dead, or you're dead on the scene, or they're going to take you to the hospital or the morgue. So nobody knows what go on when those people get on the scene. I don't believe
Somebody said, hold on, was her son driving? That's what they
Yes.
say. But just because her son driving, it could have been somebody on the outs decided, okay, we're gonna hit the car. We're gonna follow them. We know they're gonna go through this interstate to get back to Atlanta. She just got finished doing a performance, and could you think about that? The last performance, her last performance,
Right,
her last performance. You know, of
right,
course, doing what she loved, but maybe they say, okay, we're
yeah,
gonna make this her last performance, and
right,
we know she's doing this interstate, so let's do it right here. Her son is driving, they don't care about that, and they
right,
made that accident, and the person in
yeah,
the inside, if this is true, allegedly could have did with the needle, and
right.
and the rest is everybody survived but her. Okay, she died from the accident.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty fishy to me. And I tell you something else. A young man that was at that concert, okay, he stated that it was people behind that stage and they were trying to find out who they was. And the same thing happened tonight. Prince was over here in Atlanta before he flew back and died. He come to the Atlanta hospital. And
Wait
I
a
told
minute.
you what those nurses said over there. They
Shelly, you're saying
uh
that at the concert Angie Stone was at, somebody was backstage that they didn't know who they were and they were trying to find out about them?
This is what the young man said. He was telling about the concert, and he said it was some disruption back there. And they were asking who this person, this man, I think it was a man and someone, and they said the security had pushed one of them out the door and was asking questions, and they just thought it was an excited fan. But
Wow.
these
That
weird things going on around here, you know.
Yeah, that and see that I find that very alarming because I put on shows quite a lot here in Hawaii, and the backstage nobody's allowed backstage but the artist. That's we don't play that. And
Someone brought
so
that person, I believe, with
yeah,
them.
for somebody to be back there that they didn't know about, then they're asking questions. That seems a little suspect to me, just like you said. That's not right, because that's totally out of line now, because now everybody takes security seriously. They don't play about security in this industry anymore, and that's man.
But watch what happened, Tony. Watch this person disappear, and it's not talked about anymore. Because this went on with the people that was there, and it was a little disruption back there. But watch they hide this.
Yeah,
Watch they try and hide.
I'm gonna dig into that, because I didn't know that. I didn't hear that until you just said it. So I did, I'm really messed up because I don't know how to feel in this situation. To me, it has the markings of something very nefarious. I just don't know what it is.
Well,
Something.
Can I ask
they
y'all a
might-
question in the chat?
oh
Did
yeah.
she know? Was she willing to die to get the truth being told? When I listened to the video, and this is coming from Angie, it seems like she was willing to make the sacrifice to get justice. She said on this video, by her doing this, she not sure what they're going to do to her, knowing that they already tried to take her out before, knowing she compares herself to Jamie Foxx and knowing what they did to him. So in my mind, it's like, well, if you do talk, Angie, and you putting this in public, they're going to come for you. They already came for you once. So it seems like she was at her last straw. It seems like she have reached out to industry friends. They have all abandoned her. So she went to the public for help. Usually individuals from Hollywood back in that era, they keep everything hush hush. They don't want to come on social media to rat it out. Usually, I mean, that's the new age thing that they're doing now, but usually you want to get everything together, complete, so you won't have to go to social media. She's not the type of person that will put her business out and problems to social media to complain. I felt like her back was against the wall, and she was just willing to let the truth be told, because possibly they was going to gun for her anyway. If they already came for you once and it didn't succeed, what's to say they're not going to come for you tomorrow? You don't know, but I feel like she wanted her story to be told. And she kept on telling y'all on that video, share, share, share. Now, she's telling you to share when she's talking about big industry individuals and exposing big thugs. I mean, let me put it on a smaller scale for y'all. The thugs in your neighborhood, you know how they are terrorists to the community. If you expose Poo Poo and Ray Ray, and you say Poo Poo and Ray Ray did this to me, and they're evil and this, and I want y'all to share. You don't think Poo Poo and Ray Ray gonna come knocking on your door and take you out of here?
Yeah. They gonna do it.
Yeah.
You playing with their money, you playing with their reputation.
But gee, they threatened them after, Angie was sort of like, okay, I'm not going to be hiding, who she is. She's like, if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. But I told you what happened tonight. Prince was over here. They took Prince out. Prince was over here, got sick. They had got his medicine from the CVS, okay? He sent people he trusts for his medicine. He took that medicine. He had some kind of problem on stage. Everybody was like, oh my God, is he okay? Prince said, I'm okay, and he kept performing, okay? So he flew back. They said, don't fly back right now. Stay in a motel or something. Prince was like, no. He went to his home in Minneapolis. When they picked up that prescription, guess what was in it? Fentanyl. Fentanyl. And they found this out. They shut those nurses up over here in Atlanta because they was telling them something is not right with that medicine. When he passed out, he said, no, I don't want them to take a look at me. You know how Prince is. He real strong head. And they said, well, don't fly back tonight. Prince said, I am flying back. He flew back to Minneapolis, and the next morning he was found on the bottom floor of that elevator. And they did that to send a message. His song said, don't let the elevator bring us down. Where was he found? In his house elevator brought down on the floor. So y'all need to wake up and realize this is not a game. These people take you out when they want your catalog, your money. Prince had won his rights back and everything. They take you out.
And
they did that to make a message.
This is the message she wanted to be shared, Shelley. This was her last message, was to let you know that the industry is evil. She wanted you all to share that message.
Yeah, but people were saying, oh no, Prince just fell out. I mean, how naive are you? Oh, his medicine. Yeah, you're right. His medicine took him down because he set that man out there you could tell this over here in Atlanta. They'll tell you what happened. He sent those people over there to CVS. He got sick on stage. Everybody that was at the concert could tell you this. And he said, no, I'm okay. I just had a little flu or something. And Gigi, they picked that prescription up. He got on that plane. And next thing you know, he was, on the elevator floor in his house, gone.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know what's so funny, if you really think about it, look at when Kim Porter passed away. How is it that Corey ended up at the house the same time? What was Corey doing there?
The cleanup man.
Yeah. And on top of that, they purchased her final resting piece. Start with a C, the cat, before, as young as she was. Why would someone purchase a casket? Why?
Yeah.
What reason for that? And so now when we look at the situation with Angie, yeah, it do look funny. It really looked funny when you lay out everything and put it in. Yeah. I didn't know what to feel, but now after listening, you know what? It might be funny.
Yeah, you don't want to believe it. You don't want to believe it, but if you just all this is not going to keep happening. Every time someone tell their truth or they fight for what's theirs and then they end up like this, you got to start thinking, okay, Something's dirty going on.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You
Well,
can't just pass it.
you know why, Shelley? Because these people don't see Hollywood as the Pookie and Ray Ray thugs in the neighborhood.
oh,
They don't
they
see them
worse.
like that.
They worse. Hollywood's
Yeah,
worse
but
than the mafia.
they see them as glamorous. Oh
No.
my goodness. They don't have time to. They're so uppity. They would never do that. Like they're so consumed with riches and glory. They fantasize that because they want to be them. A lot of these individuals, they want to be in the seat of what the Hollywood elites are, you know, but it's a
Yeah.
price to pay. And a lot of people are willing to take other people out of here to get to that goddamn seat. So they're going to protect all the foolishness because in their deep in their soul is dark too.
And
Yeah.
that's an absolute fact, Gigi, that you said that, because even in the radio industry, you have major conglomerates that try to snuff out local station owners and try to snuff out program directors and jocks and go to automation and then keep all the money for themselves, and we support these networks that do this kind of stuff instead of just like YouTube here. What a lot of people should do is start listening to internet radio. First of all, you'll be able to enjoy your music a whole lot better anyway, and this is me, a broadcaster, saying this. And the industry is now starting to change because of that, because the people that are blocking everyone from doing anything, it comes from the recording studio to producers to the managers to the labels. They dirty. Now, here's an example, and this is one of the things that Angie Stone would talk about and deal with. You would have a producer, right? Produce a song. Okay, the song was written by the artist, and the orchestration of the music put together by the artist. Right now, here's what happens: you have companies like DistroKid and other distribution companies that place the music out for distribution. So what happened is, instead of the artists taking their own product and information and putting it on DistroKid themselves, they then trust a producer to do that for them that takes all of the credit away from the artist. Then you go look at Spotify and all these places, and you look at your music closely. You see your face, you see the song, but if you look at the credits, your name ain't nowhere on there. Come on. Y'all got to be smarter than that. You could have put that up there yourself and got all your credit. Keep 100% of your royalties.
Yeah. And you know,
Angie,
this show. Oh, go
Angie was
ahead.
trying to get people to understand this. Stop letting people steal from you. Stop letting these people take from you. If you are that sincere to yourself about being in the industry, take care of your business. Study the business from A to Z before you go in the studio. Know that when you get out of the studio, you need to own your master, own your product.
Yeah.
Not an MP3 file, not a WAV file. You want the whole file stack. If they use Logic, Pro Tools, or whatever, you want the whole stack so that you can take it and put it in another software program like that. And those each of those file lines show up, and you can remaster, remix, add, take away, do all of this here. You can do this. You have the power to do this, but you let some crook in the studio keep your product, and then you hear your beat, part of your beat, on somebody else's music because you didn't do due diligence. You didn't look after your music. You didn't procure your own music. You left it up to somebody that you trust. Oh, you're a good producer, but it stole your music from you.
Yeah.
That's
And this young lady.
That's what Angie then was dealing with. Sony, all them.
Yeah.
You go to the label. Okay, we want you. We want to sign you. Okay, they sign you. Now they send you to their studio, and their producers and engineers are not going to release masters to you because they paid for it. And when they pay for it, guess what? Now your points go from here to here. This is where you
Yeah.
at. You're not getting paid for your you're not getting paid. And then they backlogging you with all of the fees that they use for you to go to the studio. Now you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that. Oh, we put the money up for this. You owe us 1.3 million. Okay. Now you can go out and you can go out and do shows, and what money you get from that, well, you keep that.
Yeah. Pimping.
Because they're gonna get the royalties in perpetuity.
Yeah, they be pimping everybody. And that's what James Brown was trying to tell people. He learned, he said, there is show and then there's business. Learn the business. Because they was taking all their money. But this young lady in the chat is right. She said, her name Tandy Loves People. She bring up a good point. This is what I think with Angie Stone. She said when Bobby Christina was in the hospital, they found out the nurse wasn't even real. That coming there was shooting stuff in her needles. She absolutely right about that.
Yeah, you
Whitney Houston daughter.
Yeah.
They had a nurse. They found, and nobody even know what this nurse is right now. They found out she was a fake nurse up there shooting stuff in Bobby Christina needle. I mean IV. I'm sorry, in her IV, putting stuff in her IV. So that's why I know they done something to Angie, because they have people that come on that scene, ambulance, different people, and they already got the word. This person don't make it out. And nobody gonna suspect nothing because they have to treat you.
Yeah. Or it could have been that too, Shirley. Not nobody in the van, but the ambulance came and then did something. You just never know.
Yes.
Gigi, I want to say thank you to y'all. I'm gonna have to leave because this let me look at this fool. Scotty Jesso. I'm gonna leave you my phone number. I want you to call me because I'll find you wherever you are. 808-457-8133. You come find me. You get some nuts to say what you're saying into my face. Call me a few minutes one more time.
Tony, you can't feed into them. You can't feed.
Scotty.
You can't feed into them, Tony. Some of these people are trolls and they like to get us upset, like Gigi said, to take us off the topic. Don't use your energy on folks like that.
I just blocked them. I don't even be paying attention.
I love dealing with people like him. I apologize because I don't roll like that.
I blocked whoever
that's
that
crazy.
is.
I wouldn't even, to me, it don't matter what people say, but if you call me a Jew and a Freemason, that's a problem because I ain't neither one of them.
Don't feed into that. We just having a nice conversation. Don't feed into that mess.
But young folk, if you can, use this situation as a learning tool to understand what this business is really like. It's doggy dog, and you never ever get a link in. Now let me tell you something, Gigi. I'm about to drop it on like it's hot.
Go ahead.
You can join if it's R&B, hip hop, or whatever. You can join the Grammys nominating team by paying a membership fee to do that. Anyone can nominate a song for a Grammy. That's why they say Grammy nominated, but they never win, because you can become a member of. All you have to do is go to the website and you can find that information and do that. Stellar Awards for the gospel industry. You can become a Stellar Award voting member. It doesn't cost much of anything to do these things. And then you can start voting for and get other people to join and vote for your favorite artist so that they get proper acknowledgement. Right now, you see how Jay-Z muscled the system so that Beyonce can get country music artist of the year?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That album sucked.
Well, I never listened to it, but I know it was fixed. I know getting that Grammy was fixed.
Yeah, because here's what they did. They put the money out there for people to shadow vote and take it over. That's what they did. Come on. Listen, you gonna tell me Beyonce was better than all the country artists out there? Beyonce. Beyonce. Are you serious?
Well, Jay-Z asked for it a year ago and they made
No,
it
no,
happen.
he threatened them. He
Yeah,
threatened them a year ago.
yeah.
And see now, do you know the Grammy president is black?
No, I didn't know that.
He is. The
You know they
leadership,
cutting
the
deals.
leadership of the Grammys is black. And a lot of the changes this year, you can see they took the Grammy show pretty much from a wholesome entertainment show to look like to me a night at the strip club. That's all it looked like to me. I couldn't stand to watch it. It was to me, it was appalling.
Yeah.
It was appalling. They took music away from music, and now it's just any artist that was dressed half naked. That's the way it is. That's
Yeah.
the way it is. But good, wholesome artists out there like Angie Stone, them couldn't make it.
No.
Why? Why? Because they didn't want to put up with the industry's bull crap.
That's right.
They couldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. No. That is crazy. It's crazy. You're gonna tell me that somebody that you don't understand what the words is that they sing in the song is better than a song that you could actually get something from?
Yeah.
They're not
That's how they
they're
do
not
it.
listening to the music anymore. They're looking at the show, what they're doing.
Yeah. The
You
show.
know? That's all
Yeah.
it is. That's all it is. And they got to be a little better than that. Not a little better, a whole lot better than that. Because that's what it takes. I mean, come on. Oh man.
Well, you know they took out Michael Jackson because he had that Beatles catalog and he wouldn't give it back to him. They took out that doctor, that so-called doctor that was treating Michael, giving
Yeah.
him that anesthesia and all that mess he knew Michael wasn't supposed to have. He was set to do that to Michael, and they said you're gonna have to take the fall and put him in jail. He was set to do that to Michael. Michael kept telling people they trying to murk me. They
I
going to murk me.
I believe every word you just said. Because
He kept saying that.
Mike
They trying to murk me.
Mike was that man. You know,
Yes, he was.
Mike was that man. Outside of Mike and Prince, I don't musically creative. There's only one person on this earth right now that I find musically as creative as Prince, and that's her.
Oh
That
yeah, that young lady right there. Yes, I agree with you.
That
And
young
you know
lady.
she been quiet.
Well, you know why she's quiet?
They
Think
doing
about it.
something.
Think about it. When her did was it the Super Bowl? Anyway, yes, I think it was the Super Bowl. When her did the Super Bowl, she showed the world what her talent was. She came out there with that guitar. I thought it was Prince
Yeah,
on the stage. I thought it was
yeah,
Prince reincarnation.
yeah.
Her
And she studied. She
down.
studied them. Yeah, she studied them.
She has all of his mannerisms of entertaining. It don't matter if it's the drums, guitar. Let me tell you something. This girl is talented.
Yes.
And now you don't hardly hear nothing from her. The
You know
last
why?
thing I think I heard from her was her and Torrin Wells, and it's a gospel song.
Did you
Outside
see
of
her clothes? Did you check her clothes, Tony? That's why you don't hear from her, because she didn't strip down naked. She's showing them her talent, and they don't want talent. They want control.
right there.
Did you see how she dressed? That young lady didn't dress provocative.
I'll tell
She
you,
said, "Here's my talent."
I'll tell you another one in that category. Janelle Monáe.
Yeah, but Janelle, yeah.
She refused to dress the way they want her to. You see? Now, Now I don't know what kind of tours they're doing, her or them, but I don't know the last time I heard of her tour. Anybody heard one?
She was on fire, and then they sat her down. They threw water on her.
They threw water on her.
They threw water on her.
After she did that Super Bowl, it was from there on, because and then the next thing was the project she did with Torrin Wells, and I haven't heard anything from that at all, and I don't know if anybody else. Well, I can't do Janelle Monáe either, but the issue is that she got the same treatment as she's getting the same treatment as Angie and all of these, and these are all talented artists. Talented. Yes. They are artists. They are artists. Why is it?
She wouldn't kiss the ring. She would not kiss the ring because she has
They don't kiss rings. They do other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
They don't.
In their terminology.
You know. Yeah. When people really look at it, they find out what DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and all these artists are doing to other artists just to get a deal. Come on, man, please. Come on.
Yeah.
All these Diddyites.
In the words of Gigi, it's sad out here in these music streets.
Gigi show
it's sad out here.
Gigi been saying it for a year.
What's the next for Angie Stone? So I just want to know who's next. Who else is speaking out against Elite, and who's about to be next?
Well, under the breath, I mean, you know, I think you know what? I honestly believe that there's going to be some artists step up to the plate now.
Like who?
I want to say Fantasia might speak. That's
Shelly. Do you think Fantasia gonna speak?
I don't know, Tony, because I think Fantasia gonna be thinking about her kids. I don't know, because she got married now, so she kind of got.
Well, she's influenced by that man she got, and that man probably is comfortable with living a nice life. He don't want all that drama towards his way.
Yeah,
well, he is. You made a point. He is that way. He don't like drama. You're absolutely correct.
Yes, I think her husband going to sit her down. But I was really thinking who going to be the warrior next, the Souljet.
You know who should do it? Either Mary J. or Faith Evans.
It would save Mary J. soul because she that got down with Diddy so many years. If she don't bring herself to the forefront, it ain't gonna look good for her.
I think Mary J. is in too deep for that. I don't think there's any redemption that could come out of the situation for Mary, because you know, what's freaky is freaky is freaky, was freaky, begot freaky, became freaky, did freaky.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that you have to look at who needs money and who have they stolen from, because most people that speak out are people that's done wrong and they have stolen from, and their back is against the wall. So I think those are the individuals you have to look for, because Angie Stone, you know, the only reason why she spoke out because her back was against the wall. If she could have get this together, not, you know, in a public display, she would have done that. She would have done that. Just like Cassie. Diddy pushed Cassie against the wall.
Yeah. I think
you have to look at individuals that are being pushed against the wall.
Yeah. And Cassie wanted to get out. Cassie, she really wanted to get out. There's a whole lot of them.
She warned Diddy. This didn't have to go this far with Cassie. If Diddy
no, it didn't. It didn't. But Diddy's arrogance pushed her to the limit. And thank goodness she had a husband that was willing to stick by the whole thing. He didn't care. He said, "Let's go. Let's ride. I got your back." And I commend that fella. I don't know him. I know he used to work with Diddy, but I commend him for what he did by supporting her, because he definitely made things better for her. And now she's expecting again. And I say congratulations and much kudos to them. Man, be that man, my brother. That's what you are, you know.
Now, CJ the cat, she got a good one. She said Shaka Khan. And you know, Shaka Khan was speaking out about those rituals.
You know what? CJ the cat, you'll own it. You're dead on it. Because Chaka Khan come from the same era as Angie. Actually, maybe a couple years before. But you are absolutely right.
Yeah. Shaka spoke on it.
Yeah, because I can remember when Chaka Khan came out, there was another artist that was going through the same thing, not Roberta Flack, but
Mickey Howard.
No. She plays the piano. Oh Lord, her name is right on the tip of my tongue. Olita Adams.
Okay.
Olita Adams. They were going through some serious rough times with drugs and all this here stuff and all the parties and that lifestyle was killing them. The same with Chaka. But then they cleaned their lives up. And they have so much dirt on this industry. You know, the industry hadn't treated Chaka Khan right from the days of Rufus. They didn't treat her right.
No,
you know. So that's a good one. Yeah.
Shaka Khan. So we got to pray for Shaka Khan.
Even I believe Gladys Knight.
Well, you know, Gladys got her husband on the side of her too, so she might not want to sacrifice him. You know, because some of these women,
she's been real quiet lately.
Yeah, some of these women can't stand to be without their spouse, so they think about that. I
don't blame them. I don't blame them. But Trinity is correct. Prince did help Chaka, yeah. So, man, you know, it's wild.
What you think about maybe Vivica Fox?
No, she got no clout.
I think she loved Angie Stone, though.
She loved Angie Stone. That's a fact. But she's not. Vivica don't have that imph, that zispa to no.
And you know they did threaten her. Oh, go ahead, babe.
The only reason why I would not say Vivica, I don't know if you remember when women were speaking out against the industry of not paying them right. I believe Vivica was the one that was saying that she don't have issues because they always paid her right. So it don't seem like she would, you know, she really cares about herself, and as long as she's fine, you know.
Oh yeah.
But even with her making that statement, it still didn't help her because she don't hardly get that much work. You know, I hated every movie Vivica Fox was in.
Really? Yeah. I love that Set It Off though.
Me too.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold up. You made me correct myself. I forgot about Set It Off. Yeah. I did like her and Set It Off. I'm sorry. So I got to take it back because she played that hood. That was the first time I really
What is the procedure?
Like
yes.
What is the procedure?
What about what now?
She said, what is the procedure? Yeah.
What is the procedure? It's a line from the movie. What is the procedure?
Yeah. What is the procedure? Yeah. Yeah. I did like her Set It Off, so I'll take that back. My error there. There was one. But that's the only one. I'll tell you who else I liked and Set It Off. Queen Latifah.
Yeah, she did play her role. She played her
a whole different way when I seen her play that role.
Yeah, she got that talent. Cause at the end, with her getting shot up like that, how she performed, that was awesome.
Yeah,
that
was on point. Turn this L behind me.
Yeah, two can play that game. I like that movie too. I watched that a few times with Monique.
Yeah. She was giving advice. Yeah.
And Connie, Gabrielle Union, I love Two Can Play That Game.
Yeah.
Well, I like Gabrielle Union, period. I think Gabrielle, she got this particular look that she has in every single movie she does. And yeah,
She's
Gabrielle.
She's
That's
But
okay, but her husband, I don't like her husband at all. He's a hoe.
well, I don't like neither one of them no more.
And then to let that child decide. Ain't no child supposed to decide nothing till they cross that 18-year-old line.
Hey,
They said, what
Lex,
about Kelly Price?
Lex Town Warrior is
No, Kelly Price
he
is
on
scary.
she
No, she spoke out
actually
before, haven't
well,
she?
wait a minute. Actually, Kelly is not scary. Kelly
She
doesn't
out.
believe in rocking the boat.
Wasn't Kelly telling on people at that show? I think she was telling on people at Sunday Best. She said Kirk and Erica Campbell and I was in the bed. You
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you're right. I remember Kelly speaking up.
Say that one time.
Kelly said that they was doing whole stuff on the tour. She named Kirk Franklin, Erica Campbell, and someone, and that's why they didn't have her coming back to the show. Because she said they was knocking on her door.
Okay. So, Gigi, you remember what I said last year? What did I say about the Eric Campbell?
Remind me.
I said they was hoes. Church hoes. Then I said
you probably did. I just don't see Erica Campbell as a whore. It's hard for me to see that.
You better
I wouldn't say she was, but I'm saying this is what Kelly Price said. She got all upset one night and came on the internet and said she was upset because it was fake and phony going on over there. And she said certain people was bed hopping. And then they said who? And she made reference to Kirk and she made reference to Erica because she said people that are married, and they narrowed it down. That was on the tour with the one she talking about. I mean, that's their business. I'm just saying that you're right. Kelly may start spilling something.
But Kelly is known to be controversial and she's exposed a lot. You don't remember the situation with her and her family member and how that went down? I mean, she's something else.
Well, she said her sister was trying to steal her money and her sister was lying that she wasn't missing because she was supposed to be missing for a little while. They was like, pray for Kelly Price, she missing and all. She said that was her messy sister doing that.
But she didn't speak out and just say, hey, you guys, I'm not missing. She let it linger.
She did.
She did.
The publicist that she was using at the time had a philosophy. And that was anytime someone makes public comments about you in social arenas, don't comment back. Because when you comment back, you just give it fire to build on or kindle to build on for fire.
Yeah.
I think that's so outdated. That used to be when social media is not. But if a rumor is out about you, it's going to grow. And you don't speak about it, the conspiracy theories is going to add to it and tell us why you ain't responding. And it's going to grow.
I agree with that. I totally
So
agree.
this day and age, you better come on out real quick and say what it is. Just like Jamie Foxx. Nobody's not going to look at Jamie Foxx the same because he waited too long. And then it's just weird.
But he was a bunch of hot air. Because Jamie went on that stage saying, what, Diddy? Had everybody riled up thinking he going to tell something about Diddy. And he just sold concerts. Everybody was waiting for Jamie to spill the tea. He said, Diddy did it to me. You go see the show. He just say Diddy something, but he didn't never confirm it.
He never confirmed nothing. And then Jamie knows more than he's saying anyway, because Jamie used to do film work for the Diddy parties.
Right.
He did it. So he was very much involved. Then on top of that, Jamie is known to throw some nefarious parties also.
Yeah. Yeah, them freaky basketball parties.
Yeah, he ain't clean. You know, you got the naked basketball, all dudes.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Then you got your show called The Foxhole.
So when you're getting all these projects, they say you have to bend over. So what's up with Snoop Doggy?
Yeah, I've been trying to figure that one out for years. Because
all of a sudden he everywhere.
Huh?
all of a sudden Snoop is everywhere. At
Well,
first you didn't hear about Snoop for a while. All of a sudden the man on the Olympic, he over here with the doggy commercial, he over here, Martha Stewart, he over here. What the hell was that Martha Stewart stuff all about?
well, wait a minute. Okay, that's a good question. I'm gonna drop it like it's hot.
Drop it.
When Martha Stewart went to prison, nobody stood up for Martha. Snoop did. And when Snoop stood up for her, the communication got together with the two of them, and they have been friends ever since. And so Martha is reciprocating to Snoop what she feels she needed and now he needs. Don't think that Martha's money is not helping Snoop, because I can guarantee it probably is. Because Martha got a lot of power now.
But okay, but for him to step in on Martha, you have to be talking about stocks and buying. Because other than that, all Martha did was talk, right?
No, that ain't all it. Now, hold on. It ain't
What
just
they
stocks
was
and
doing?
bonds. They listen. Where do you think the first commercialized weed stores come from? You better research.
Okay,
You better research Martha Stewart.
Okay, that's the connection. The marijuana.
Of course.
I mean, I'm sorry. The pot? I don't know what we call it.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, she helped him produce a game show, The Joker's Wild, something like that.
Yeah, he was getting a lot of projects, and we were just told that if you start seeing a person a lot, and Rick Ross and them, that they bending over, and they've been saying Rick Ross bent over.
Well, I just said that without saying that. You're not getting on Rick Ross label or anything without bending over. You're not dealing with DJ Khaled unless you bend over. We the best. Yeah, y'all the best. All right.
Yeah, Tony, because you remember that informant, they put him in jail and he was telling everything. He said Diddy gave him the H word. He said Rick Ross and all them, DJ Khaled is the G word. And he was telling everything. And he didn't have nothing to lose because they already had him in jail. He had lost his mind.
They're not the only people's been saying that. Ever since Rick Ross been building these wing stops, people have been saying that. They have been saying it. They have been saying. Matter of fact, I think he had an ex-girlfriend or somebody telling the same thing about him.
And she disappeared, didn't she?
Everything got quiet all of a sudden. I don't hear nothing from her no more.
They either paid her or they put a cement shoe on her out there in that ocean.
But somebody said Snoop got Martha pregnant.
Martha A's been done a long time ago.
I don't know, but those two are real close though. I don't know, and but I doubt it because not Shawnee. What's Snoop's wife's name? Anyway, she boss lady. She ain't having that. And do you know she opened a strip club?
Oh, but then she might be with that poly stuff. You remember Suge was talking from jail. He said that Snoop's wife was taking trips with some man, and he told Snoop about it. But Snoop, what can Snoop do? Because he done had a lot of extra activity. But Suge was telling on his wife.
Well, here's the thing. I want to ask this question because I don't know. So I'm gonna ask, why would a woman want to open or own a strip club? A woman, isn't that usually something that men do?
Yeah, I think he done turned her out.
So that's what I'm kind of thinking. What's wrong with you? Oh, come here. Come.
Well, I know people want to go back to Angie Stone because she did pass away today. People wanted to make it an Angie Stone day.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We got off into it.
I do have another video I would like to play for you guys about Angie Stone. But any last words, Storm and Shelly, about Angie?
I'm going to miss her. I am going to do a whole show with all of Angie's music from A to Z. Everything she's
Yeah,
put out, I'm going to do a
yeah.
show on that. So I know we will have some national shows talking, other national commentators talking about it in the music industry, and so we're gonna definitely do that. And tomorrow we have a show on the air, strictly about Angie and all her music, and let people call into the network and say their well wishes and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All
I just
right.
sent love to her family, cause she got two kids, and it's so hard when people lose a mother, and I just want them to know that a lot of people is going to send them a lot of love, and also they're going to fight now for those kids to get that money,
Mm-hmm.
cause
Uh,
Clive and them don't deserve that money.
yeah. Storm, they want to know how can they find you?
okay, you can go to the Storm FM on the internet, and you can listen to the radio station 24 hours a day. We have a 24-hour Quiet Storm radio network. We also are on Roku Television, Storm Television Network. We have old school R&B music video channels. It's all music videos, no shows, nothing, just straight music videos all day long. Old school and Quiet Storm format on there. And yeah, that's it. I don't do YouTube. I do have a YouTube page, but I don't hardly do anything on it because radio is my thing. And so yeah, but you could listen to the show 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at thestormfm.com.
All right. Thank you, Storm. All right, Shelly, I appreciate you and hope to see you soon. I hear from you soon. It's always a
All
pleasure.
right.
Storm and Shelly, you guys. So I wanted to play this video, like I told you guys, about Angie Stone just circling the block. Rest in peace, Angie Stone. She was taken away from us early this morning, by 18-wheeler truck. Let's hear one of her last videos she made before she left.
But there it is. So for the most part, I kind of just want you guys to know I'm never just sitting still. I'm always on the move. I'm always doing something. As my career has progressed, over the years I've just learned so much about life and just endowing in so many areas that a lot of people just want to know just what it is I'm doing. One thing I can tell you for certain is I always keep my eye out for the new talent that's up and coming. And trust me, I see a lot. I mean, I have witnessed a lot of up and coming artists that are about to blow the lid off everything. But yet again, I'm not done yet. I really am excited about. We're booking tours for this year and next year already. We have a tour that's scheduled to go out 2026 already, and I'm excited about that. 2025, we're just getting ready to hit the ground running. And for all the people that are not sure about what they want to do, people say, "What? Sometimes I saw she was sitting in the chair." Yeah, I'm a human being. Sometimes my ankles hurt, my feet hurt, my back hurt. So sit down. There's nothing wrong with that. Now I see everybody pulling a chair up on stage and sitting there. Did I start something? I guess when you're a leader, people will follow. Yeah, that part. So people are starting to follow now because it's okay. You don't have to run across that stage for an hour and 30 minutes just like a track star. They got people that do that for real. I'm past that part, baby. I want to be able to relax and just do my songs. You come to hear my songs, sit your butt down with me and just enjoy it. You got it? Now, if I'm in a concert, if I'm in the audience and my boy Chris Brown, of course, gets on stage, I might run across the Coliseum here, the arena. I cut a sprint. That boy's bad. Okay? There's a lot of people just trying to, why they want to leave Chris Brown? They done got a challenge with residual. And I'm telling you, if some people putting their foot in that song, can I ask y'all why y'all let that man have his song? Song alone, he done already made it a hit. Y'all want to make it a hit too again? But I guess you know what? Let me shut up because you know what? whoever wrote that, they getting paid every time y'all do that song. They getting more money, and more money. So shout out to Chris Brown. You did one, baby. That's one of my favorite songs this year. As a matter of fact, I thought it was the song of the year. I thought it should have been the song of the year. And I think y'all need to leave Chris Brown alone. For real. Y'all are doing way too much. He was a young man when he went through all the stuff he went through. And it happens, for the lack of another word. It happens. Y'all got to learn to let it go. You feel me? Let the stuff just ride, man. I know some of y'all done seen your dad slap your mama around a couple of times. Ooh. Listen, it happens. It really does. And all I'm going to say is, once that young lady forgave that brother, and it's obvious they love each other, all I'm going to tell a female and a male, ladies, if you don't want to get 5 slapped at you, oh my God, do not put your hands on a man. Stop hitting. People hit back now. It's called a reflex. That's it. Especially when you grab a nipple or a groin area, or, you know what I mean, hit somebody in the mouth. It's a reflex. You're going to get slapped. I want somebody to hit me. I'm going to knock all the fire out you if you hit me like that. I'm just messing around, y'all. I'm being very transparent right now because I hate how they pick on Chris Brown. I really hate how they doing R. Kelly too. I'm just shut my mouth because everybody say, "Oh, you." I'm not. I'm just a person with a heart, and I believe that if we forgive, and God has forgiven us over and over and over, we will find that we are better people. And I think I just want people to search within themselves to have a forgiving spirit. And I'm not saying that to pardon what they've done, because when you're wrong, you're wrong. You should be punished. But then you have to ask yourself, when they learned their lesson, and how did they get there? What brought them to this point? Something had to happen to cause that dysfunction. You feel me? Something had to happen to cause that dysfunction. My team is looking like they want to say something to me. What is it, baby?
Actress Tracy says that she's the lady that picked you up in her Hummer and she took you to get your nails done and eat barbecue in Orlando when you were doing a play. And she wants me to send you her love.
Hey, darling, how are you? And thank you so much. Listen, you still down there on Orlando? And is that barbecue still good? I'm sure it is. Anyway, good to hear from you. Happy New Year and all that good stuff. Hopefully we'll run into each other again. But let me just say openly, thank you.
You got Kobe Carter says, Angie, you are still gorgeous.
Oh, Kobe, don't make me blush. Thank you, Kobe.
Styling Boss 2022 says, Angie Stone, hello and much love.
Hey, Styling Boss, listen, it's so many people think I'm so ugly. And it's cute because I know my heart is beautiful. And so for the people that show me that genuine love, I'm glad you don't judge a book by the cover, but you look at the inside of a person. I would want to think that everybody knows my heart and my spirit is genuine. So I thank all of you for all the love and support.
Amani, it's me, wants to know, she says, Miss Queen, can I be a background singer for you?
Hey, Miss Queen, not Miss Queen, Sugar Wooger. Listen, I got to hear you sing first. I don't see why not. I'm always looking for people to do great things. And oh, by the way, that brings me to this point. I'm going to be debuting my House of Flav in a few minutes. Not tonight, but it's on the way. We had to come around a whole nother back door just to try to let you guys see that we are about that life, about exposing and helping young people that want to be seen, heard, and viewed as an artist or a star. We're about to make that happen right here on my channel. So I want y'all to keep it locked and tuned in. Whenever y'all hear that ding dong, subscribe, because I'm on YouTube as well. Subscribe and you'll be surprised at what you're going to find.
Okay, we got a lot of requests in the chat to join and go live with you. But I don't think we're doing lives with singers today.
They want to go live today?
They want to go live with you today.
Come on,
y'all trying to sing for us? Is that, let me see, we got T T. Cruick Chant,
T.
Teresa,
Cruick Chant. Okay.
and then Sharon Christian and Nicole. Are y'all trying to sing today?
Wait a minute. Everybody's trying to sing today. This is what I want to do, because I wanted to just remind you guys that, yes, we are going to do that, but we're going to pick a day.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pick a day where we're going to go live, and it's just going to be about singing. So what I'd like to do is, when we upload the show that I want you guys to see, that will be the day where we give two people an ability to not audition, but to be a part of that release, and give you an opportunity to sing live and get your stuff on it. So guess what? If you make that cut, you'll be a part of that next reel. We'll make sure we play it for at least that week. This was the person that made it, until the next artist comes along and we feel like they need that spotlight. Is that fair? All right.
All right. Stephanie Minier says, come and perform in France.
Stephanie, I promise you that's on the way.
Ooh, all right, you guys. Well, that's going to be it for today's show. I just want to say I thank each and every one of you all that's been here supporting the channel. I appreciate you to pieces. Thank you all for the likes, the shares, and the subscriptions. And I will see you guys on the next upload. All right. Stay blessed. And I'm out.